mundane stuff like cell phones.
Oh, I got lost in. I'm playing City Skylines.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Sale, and
that's a real good one.
I'm making a city.
Good.
Cool.
I have war industry, and it's making me crap loads of money.
Yeah.
Capital.
Nice.
Good.
Nice.
Yeah.
I just got fiberglass factories.
Oh yeah.
Fiberglass factories.
Build some asbestos factories.
I
found
the bad side is all my land is this weird purple color.
Yeah.
I found a pretty interesting YouTube series of a city planner playing that.
Oh, really?
Oh, is it City Planner Plays City Builders? Because that's the one I watched.
Yeah, cool. I think it's probably the same one. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's interesting, like how he makes commentary on, like he tries to use real world city planning things and to see how well it works in the game.
I think I saw an article about that, but it wasn't necessarily that a link directly. I mean, they had a link, but it was basically it was just an article about this dude. Probably was Kotaku or something. Just saying, hey, this is going on YouTube. You know how they have articles about Skyrim grandma and stuff.
Yeah.
Skyrim grandma.
Yeah,
I've never heard of that.
The lady who is at least over 70 and has a YouTube series playing Skyrim and then Skyrim Special Edition. Yeah,
why not?
Oh, and she talks as she plays and stuff on YouTube.
Yeah. It's a commentary, let's play kind of thing. And
That's cool.
She basically exclusively plays the Skyrim. So,
well, certainly some older people are really into computer games and stuff.
Yep. Yeah.
I have an uncle. My uncle is probably one of the biggest video game fanatics that I know of. And he's my mom's age, so he's probably 70.
I've gotten into Sea of Thieves recently.
Oh, that's fun.
If anybody wants to play with me, you're more than welcome to. But I'm a pretty darn good pirate.
I'm so worried about that game. It just being another EVE Online where all I would do is get griefed all day. The whole time.
Yeah, that sounds...
or Rust or something, which is also basically just a big grief game.
I would say, from what I played, I've only played about 80 hours of it.
Only.
But, I've only been attacked twice.
Only about 80 hours.
Only attacked twice in 80 hours? That is definitely not Eve level griefing. So maybe I'll
51 hours.
Okay,
51 hours.
God, you are such a liar.
I'm a noob.
Filthy casual.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, sometimes I'm glad I can't really play video games because I would be one of those people that I would be there all day.
Yeah. I mean, you're neck deep in your hobbies, right? So I could totally see it.
What's wrong with being there all day?
There's nothing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna laugh, so you think I was saying a joke too.
All right. Well, we are still missing James. He's going to be here in a couple minutes.
No, you're not.
Oh, there we are.
Oh,
hello.
Hey. How's it going?
Hello, James.
Hello. You just were all chatting happily, so I
yeah.
Okay. You were
for
lurking.
once, I would listen.
Yeah, for
listening.
once.
Filing away information.
Okay.
All
That's
right.
over now, though. It's time for Brain.
It is time for Brain. I love Brain. I love his voice. It's kind of like your character's voice is a little bit like a high-pitched version of my character's voice in the Evil campaign. If you've seen any of that, I'm like a Durgar, so I talk like this all the time. You know,
Yeah.
so it's a lot like that.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
I like being theatrical, but I haven't really gotten into the voice modification spirit yet. But
and you know, it's sometimes people just are a lot more comfortable using their own voice and everything too. So, but you know, you do you. If you wanna try out a voice tonight, you can. If you're happier,
maybe
not doing
next
that,
character,
that's fine too.
if I'm gonna be some kind of like, I don't know, monster, I'll talk like a monster.
Right? Yeah. Well, I mean, you are a giant bipedal cat.
Yeah,
Is
I don't
that-
know what a bipedal cat really sounds like.
If you spent the whole game going meow meow,
Yeah.
I
You
really
can,
want to make
if that happens, I give you permission to like boot me off the Discord. So.
I really want to make a Tabaxi character that's a Siamese Tabaxi, but
Yeah.
I cringe when I think about it because I'm like, I do a really bad Asian accent that would probably come across as racist.
Right? Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, you'll be canceled for sure.
No, we do not want that live over the internet.
No, certainly not. So it looks like you guys have just finished a what was it? A short rest.
Yeah, I think we were short resting.
Yeah, and there was the what was this? An ogre or something?
Oh, wait a second. No,
Yeah,
I
Uma
don't.
seems more powerful now.
I don't think we did the short rest.
Okay.
Because I would have rolled some hit die, and I think it was.
Yeah, we did, but like there was some damage as a result of fire and stuff.
Yeah, that's true. There was some at the end of the short rest. I believe it was at the end of the short rest. There is a some damage involved in being in this place because it is so hot. It is sweltering, right? And it's kind of a dry heat, but it's definitely there's like fire licking all over the ground. The damage, I'm sure, comes from this fire licking on the ground. Like as you're trying to sit down, you're just suddenly enveloped in flames for a second.
Oh, and that's right. We fought that ogre-y thing because
and there was an ogre. There was the little orc down here too.
I have a proposition for everyone.
Really?
Would it make sense to, rather than that, for us to short rest back like on the stairs, so that we're like where the last place we were, where it was a little bit cooler?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
you know what? You could get just behind the door, and as soon as you opened the door when you came in here, that was the point at which you realized just how hot it was. I mean, it was a little warm, but as soon as you closed opened the door when you got here, then all the heat started hitting you. So you can make of that what you will.
Yeah. So Uma will sit down in this corner then instead. Was this the door?
No.
You're talking-
The door to the entire level on the stairs.
Oh, okay.
The entire as far as you know, all of the rooms and hallways that you've been in so far have had this like there's like carbon all over the place. There's like it's just a mess of ash and soot, and there's not even the telltale masonry that you've seen before. Just the bedrock, and as if even the stones have been either degraded or removed to enable this heat. So, and you like every single hallway, every single room that you've been into, which I think is 2 of each.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you would have to actually go all the way back to the entrance. Do that. To like close the door.
Do we want to do that?
I don't know how much damage. I forgot to write down.
I mean,
You
it's 2
have
rooms.
yeah. Spring, you have 12 hit points out of 18. So you took a significant amount of damage. Brain, you've got 17. And Kushi, you have 20.
Yeah.
And just let me describe this room. I mean, it's a very large room. And you just destroyed this ogre, and this orc. They were having some kind of conversation when you busted in. There is a large globe in the middle of this room. It's probably about 8 feet in diameter, and it's this kind of crystal globe that certainly has an item clearly seen in the middle of it. Where is it? Let me get the description, and I can tell you what the little cups around the base of it say. They say 3,000. So that's what they say. There's like a little base that seems to be holding this crystal globe, and there's little cups. They're like half cups. They're like a bit like sconces, but they're not holding a torch. There's just like a little sconce around each facet of the base, and it says 3,000 in whatever fucking passes as common in this weird hellscape.
Can we see what's inside the globe?
Yeah, you certainly can. There is going up to it and taking a look at it. You can see that there is a pair of gloves. They are thick leather gloves with a long cuff that would probably go almost up to your elbow. And they are red and black, and they're mostly red. But there are black arrows going down each of the fingers from the wrist.
Okay, I want them already to punch stuff with.
But
we got to figure out how to get this open.
Yeah, but you don't know. You don't know exactly. I know that some of you have encountered a globe like this before. So if there is nobody who remembers this globe precisely, I will remind you.
I recall that we put money in and basically got a prize out.
That's it. That's what it was. It's you're remembering that it is a gashapon-like machine that would dispense an item.
Oh.
Does it have like a little claw that goes over and then like lowers and picks something up and comes back over?
Oh man, I wish it did. I want to make a second machine now that is just a claw machine.
Its grip is like really weak.
Awesome.
3,000, eh? So it probably needs. I mean, I don't think we have 3,000 gold all between us, do we? Like,
well, I have 150.
yeah. I mean, if it needs silver pieces or copper pieces or something, we might be able to afford it. But yeah, I have like 135 gold apparently. So
yeah, I haven't thought about gold in a long time. We haven't needed it, but now. Looks like I have.
I mean, does it look like? Is there a coin slot or?
There are those same little sconces on the base of it, going all the way around. They're like kind of half bowl shaped things. Yeah. And they're about the same size. Like, you probably wouldn't be able to fit 3,000 gold in a single one, but there's a lot of them all the way around.
Oh, all right. Well,
I'm just thinking, like, yeah, it might not be gold. I mean, we could try something else. Do we have 3,000 of anything else?
That's a good question.
Oh, you have a question?
No, I just was mentioning
that is the question.
That's a very good question. I rolled a perception check. Is there anything on there that would give some indication of what
3,000 it is? Other than your memory of it being gold, you are fair. There's no markings about like what else it could be.
Okay.
And there's no.
I mean, I guess there's one way to find out is drop a coin in and see if it goes down to 2,999.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, that works.
Let's see if it has the intelligence to actually show.
I don't know if the thing will actually change or if it's just a static sign that says 3,000 and will never change.
Does anyone have any gold? I'm not sure if I do or not.
Yeah, I have some. I have 45. I think I have 45 gold pieces. Looks like. So I will drop one in there if you guys are.
I have 142 of them.
Yeah, I have 135. I don't think even if we put it all together, we'd have anywhere close to 3,000.
But
we might have 500 between all of us.
Yeah, probably.
I'll hold my hand out.
Maybe.
I'll hold my hand out to Spring.
Okay.
You can pass me your gold piece.
Yeah, have it. I have 44 gold pieces now.
Okay.
Could I suggest we move back a bit?
Just in case it blows up?
Maybe it needs all 3,000, and then if you don't give it 3,000, it goes kaboom, or some big huge rock drops on me again, or the panda is a dick.
I gotta start writing this down.
The panda's a dick is all I'm saying. I'm not trying to give the disembodied voice any hints here. But so where's the little slot?
They're all around. There's a whole bunch of little sconce-like
like little rollers,
slots. They're not really slots. They just kind of look like cups on the side.
Oh, okay. So I'll go. Okay, 1 gold piece going in a cup, and I'll drop it.
Right, it goes dingle dink on the bottom, and you cover your head and turn away. Yeah, and it does not explode. There's no poison that emanates. There's no acid that leaks out the bottom or anything.
And it doesn't say, please insert another coin or your call will be terminated.
No. But looking at it again, there is actually a different number on it now. 2,999.
Well,
okay.
Money. All right.
I guess we'll
come back to it.
We'll have to come back to it when we have more gold.
Yeah.
This would make sense.
I think there's some little bird whispered in my ear something about treasure on this level. So, you know what that means, probably.
I realized I said this quite a while ago, but I did mention to all the players that there is more treasure. Now that you've left that last floor, I wanted to start giving you more and more treasure. So that you've got that kind of thing. You haven't found any yet.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, we haven't explored all that much on this floor, so.
That's true.
We will have to leave this for now.
I will continue telling you about the room. To the south, there's the door you came through, which is in the center of the wall. And there are two other doors to the west of that. One is in the corner, and one is between the one in the corner and the one in the center of the wall. There is a grate, a portcullis, rather, on the west wall. And looking through it, you can actually see some movement other than the chaotic flickering of the fire. You can see a sort of large lumbering creature, but from here it's hard to tell what exactly it is. On the north wall, there is also a door. And on the east, there's nothing. And on the floor, there is this like kind of a spiral pattern of like soot drops in sequence, like a sort of a sequenced soot drop spiral. I guess I already said that. But
it's a
yeah.
sequence of a sequence of a sequence?
It's like
Yes, for sure. And it is a quite a large room. I'm just gonna measure it here.
Somebody had a giant spirograph and
yeah, exactly. So it is 85 feet wide, and I think the same. Yeah, it's about 85 feet tall. So it's a square room. Not tall. Sorry, 85 feet wide and long. It is quite a tall ceiling as well. There's about 45 feet to the ceiling. This one is a square room. It's not vaulted like the other one was. It's a cube-shaped room.
Is there anything hanging from the ceiling?
There is nothing hanging from the ceiling. It's just that bare, sort of scorched bedrock that you saw when digging out, masonry from the other floor. From the other levels floors.
Yeah.
did we want to take a rest here, even though it's uncomfortably warm? Or are we doing
I believe you did. You did take a rest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we took a rest.
And you did take some damage.
Okay,
just from being here a little too long. And that is probably will be a recurring theme. You don't see, unless you guys have a fan or some kind of ice generation ability or something like that, then it's going to be a very hot time for you.
Kona cold.
Yeah, but I can heal my damage, I guess.
Yeah, you've got your.
I used a hit die. And do I get my key back on a short rest? I don't remember.
Yes,
you have already. Did you not use hit dice already?
I didn't actually.
No,
I don't think so.
No? Okay.
I did back a while ago.
Okay. Right. So, why don't we say that we didn't finish our rest, and you can use your hit dice to heal up.
Okay. Let me see hit dice.
You used all mine.
You have used all of yours? Oof.
Yes.
Oof.
Remember, if you recall, there was a large stone that dropped upon me.
Oh, I remember.
Oh.
I do remember that.
That put me in a bit of a bad place.
Yes, and that's you used your hit dice.
I required
right
some
that.
hit dice rolling. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And,
how many hit dice?
Spring, you have 2. Your hit dice are D10.
Yeah, I put that down 1d10. I just didn't know.
You have
so
2.
I have 2.
You currently have 2.
Okay, so and those regenerate after a long rest.
Yeah, they do.
Right. Okay.
There was a question I was Go ahead.
So I'll roll the d10 then. Yeah.
What was the result?
Go ahead, Lacey.
You go first.
My question was to the DM as a long-reaching thing. So rules as written say that when you take a long rest, you get back half your hit dice.
Half. Oh.
Half. We've always been playing it that it is all your hit dice. I guess we play it as a sort of more forgiving version.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, for sure, you're gonna get all your hit dice back when you take a long rest.
That's all I wanted to know. And go ahead, Lacey.
So Avery has the Ring of Chill, and during the short rest, I want to know if somebody else wants to take it from me. I already have fire resistance.
Ooh.
No.
Who is susceptible to?
All of us, I think, except the.
Yeah.
I was going to say who has the least amount of hit points, and then we'll give it to them.
Ooh.
All right, well,
looks like Spring.
Yeah, but I can also. So I just realized this. What we're talking about with the hit dice was not either. Like I have both the laying on of hands and healing spell right now.
But
so
my thought is though that you are our kind of healer.
Yeah.
So we don't want you to die.
We don't want you to heal yourself.
Cool,
we want you to heal us.
Yeah, exactly. So if you have that,
you shouldn't heal thyself.
Healing spells are for combat. Hit dice are for rests, right?
Yeah.
That's for sure.
So we would rather Spring have the ability to stay up, and thus be able to heal us when we're.
Okay.
I have one healing. I have one healing ability now to supplement that, but
that's cool.
That's good.
I have this.
As long as you don't mean to centipede, you're good.
All
Yeah.
right, so I'll give Spring the Ring of Chill, and I'll just paste the text of it in the chat.
Cool.
What is it you're giving me exactly?
The Ring of Chill is a magical ring that requires attunement, which I believe you have to do on a long rest, don't you?
That's a short rest.
Yeah,
short rest? Okay, all right.
And you
good.
right. Okay, I remember when we got this, and you have it, and you're the fire resistant one.
Yes. So
Yeah, I think I was gonna go down the hole, and then we just forgot about
Just
it.
didn't
Yeah.
do it,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Right on. Okay, and
so
if I wear this, I will be fire resistant.
yeah, so it's a little think of like a college sports ring, except it's chunky like that, and it's got a sort of a chunky design of a snowflake on it. And the description is, while wearing this ring, you have resistance to fire damage.
Nice. Okay.
And it requires attunement, so during this short rest, you'll attune to it, and I believe you can attune to 3 magical items that require attunement.
Correct.
I believe that is the rule, yes.
You can also get a magic item that allows you to attune to more than that, but
okay.
But
that's cool. That probably also requires attunement.
And apparently, if you leave it behind somewhere and forget about it, if you are more than 100 feet away from it, for more than 24 hours, you lose attunement.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, that's a minor thing. I suppose it's like you can't leave that special magic thing in the dungeon and come back to it and still be attuned to it.
Right.
The idea behind that. But
All right, so Spring, what did you roll on your D10 for your hit dice?
So, I rolled a 1, so that's pretty shitty.
Ooh, yes, that is shitty. I know most of us here play with a rule that you can't roll 1 on healing, but for this particular game, it's not in place. That rule is not in place. So you have rolled.
See, I was thinking though, I
healing.
should maybe. What if I use like my laying on of hand ability instead of a hit dice? So there's
my suggestion is.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say to Spring, your lay on hands feature really should be used on others
first,
because you only get it back after a long rest.
Okay.
So if someone goes unconscious, right, you can lay on one of those lay on hands, and that will bring them back to being awake.
Yeah.
Right, and be able to run away or get to some place where they can take a potion of healing or whatever. Those are really for a quick get up scenario case.
I got you.
Right?
Okay. And then I
If
also
you-
have this spell.
What is your constitution modifier?
Oh yeah, it's plus the con modifier.
So it's 1 plus your con modifier.
Okay.
Okay. It's not good. I know that. 1. Yeah. So.
So you
that
get
would be-
2 hit points. That
I get
brings
2.
you.
All right.
That
It's
brings
better
you
than
almost,
nothing. Okay. So now
better
I'm
than,
at.
Yeah, so now you have 14 of 18, which is almost you're almost there. So that's perfect. And you've got this this ring of chill. So just write that down on your character sheets.
Thank you, Lacey.
And I will also write it down on this character sheet as well. That's the wrong one.
Yeah, so whenever you take fire damage, now
Agree.
it's halved.
You all.
As you get higher up as a paladin, every level you go, you get an extra 5 lay on hand hit points. So when you're like level 5, you'll have 25, and then you can start playing like around with them more.
Makes
But
sense.
you also remember that if you use 5 lay on hands, you can cure someone of a disease and some other poisoned and the poison condition and stuff like that.
Right.
So
And there's more spells that I can have access to as well. And many of them seem to be healing spells.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that makes sense.
yeah, lay on hands really for a paladin is something to use on others, not on yourself.
Yeah. No, I didn't mean to be selfish.
No.
But I'm
No.
Well, it didn't really work very well. I got a 1, so
Yeah.
Again, I mean, if your character is selfish and wants to keep them all for themselves, that's cool too. I'm not trying to tell you how
yeah,
to
it
play.
could be
your
this
character.
secret. No, he doesn't really want to do that.
And
Not necessarily.
I should also say that during a short rest, you can use more than 1 hit die. If you want to use your other hit die, you will almost certainly hit maximum.
Right.
But
I
it
don't
might be a
want-
waste. I don't know if
okay.
you guys are planning on doing another short rest before you do a long rest, but there's that option too.
Yeah, I think I'm good for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So you guys take a short rest. And I
Did we lose Eric?
I think a couple of
Nope,
you.
I'm still here.
Sir. I think a couple of
in
you.
the game though.
Oh, I think
Oh yeah.
my tab backed
Kinda
out of the game.
Oh, there we go. Okay. So
Hey,
I wonder if any of you got a level of exhaustion.
Oh, that's a good question.
I did.
Right.
I think I did too.
I believe I had one.
Right.
Let me
Let me just double check.
Yeah. Just double check on that because
Oh,
that.
I got a 17 for my con save, so I didn't get
Yeah,
a level
good.
of exhaustion.
Yeah. The DC was 15.
Whoa, that's
Yep,
high.
it's high. Anyone without a con modifier, there's a good chance.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I definitely failed that Constitution save. So
Yeah, okay. So I just wanted to remind you of that for when you are swinging your weapon, for when you are making like saves or ability checks, that kind of thing. You're going to have, if you have that first level of exhaustion, it's at disadvantage.
Just the
only
ability checks.
it's
not-
only ability check.
Only
yeah.
ability checks? Okay.
Only-
So not saves,
Level-
not attacks.
Yeah, level 2 gets you there.
Okay, all right. So this is, I believe, my first time as a DM playing around with the exhaustion levels.
Exhaustion can kill you if you get 6 levels of it.
Yep.
You are
Yeah.
dead at 6.
back pain. I have exhaustion.
Not
Ah, there it
unconscious,
is.
dead.
Yep.
That's not the exhaustion. I don't know. There doesn't seem to be one, but that
Right.
one is just
You've
called
got your
back
little
pain.
porcupine man to denote that exhaustion level. I just want to check Spring's character too. I don't know if I would have marked it down.
You don't even get exhaustion, do you, Lacey, because you're resistant?
Yeah, I believe I
Yeah.
exempted her from the exhaustion.
I put it in my features and traits there. 1 level of exhaustion.
No, I made a con save.
You did, yep, and you passed with flying colors. So.
There's also damage involved,
Tieflings
right?
can definitely get exhaustion. There's no resistance.
They can get exhaustion, but I believe I exempted her from the exhaustion level.
The heat. Yeah.
I think we rolled for this at the end of the last session.
Yeah.
Only one person had this exhaustion thing.
Was it only one person? I think we're seeing that it was more than one person.
Yeah,
it would have been
because
according
Kushi
to this,
rolled a 4, Uma rolled a 10, Snailbrain rolled a 17.
Mm-hmm.
Lacey rolled a 19.
Right.
Yeah, so it's only 2.
Yeah.
Right, and I'm
and
gonna.
Spring's roll's not there, so.
Yeah, it's not there.
Yeah.
But I don't remember, and I don't see it on his sheet. Like I can't find where that is. The
I don't.
exhaustion
I didn't
levels.
write anything down for that. I don't think that I had. I must have rolled a good roll because I would have written down exhaustion
somewhere
at the end of the session. I would have probably just put that down.
I did say spring roll.
And I had spring rolls today too. Vietnamese deep fried ones, so good.
As I was saying it, I was like, say Spring's rolls. Don't trip over this.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
so
I don't know. I don't.
Sorry, go ahead.
I haven't actually been writing down actual roll numbers, so I don't know what that was.
Yeah, no, I'm going to assume that you made it. You rolled well. Yeah, I'm going to assume that you made it. You rolled well. I don't see it anywhere on your sheets or anything. So all right, we make it through the short rest.
So,
we make it through the short rest, and you've used your hit dice and everything. Oh, Uma, can you walk through the wall?
Whoa.
I just saw you zone through the wall for a second.
Uma is a secret mage.
Come back here. Don't go all the way over there.
Apparently I can. I didn't mean to do that. I was just...
How? What? Why?
You're an illusionist.
Why?
And I accidentally hit one of the buttons.
Dynamic lighting barriers restrict movement. There it is.
Yeah.
Found it.
Yeah, that's what you want.
Now try it again. Okay.
Yeah. Now we can't go. Can't go through the wall.
All right. Perfect. Wonderful. Thank you for Uma. Are you still zoning through the wall?
No.
Uma was beta testing.
You're going around. Okay.
I went around.
All right, Uma, I know you went a little too far and saw stuff that you shouldn't have, so just don't say things.
Oh, I actually didn't see anything.
Okay, all right, perfect.
I really was mindlessly just going like this.
Yeah.
It was just too exciting to be able to walk through the wall. You didn't really notice anything.
Right. So,
to be honest with you, I wasn't even looking at the screen.
Right. All right. You finished your long rest. Now what would you like to do? You know that there is some kind of lumbering beast out to the west through the portcullis. It has not noticed you. I'm going to assume you are trying to be quiet for the for the hour you are resting, so that it doesn't come try to break down the portcullis. And was there anything else you'd like to do? I'm going to just make sure that I got everything in the description. There is also a mural on the west. Sorry, not the west. The south wall. It is on the wall that is sort of on the a bit of the wall that is unbroken by doors. It is a hooded creature, a skeletal creature with a scythe. It is reaching out to the viewer. And when you look at it, you get this feeling of foreboding, of this ominous feeling. And you probably did this during your short rest. Notice this and we're looking at it. So what do you think?
Brain's
I want to
gonna
get
ask-
closer to it.
Okay, you get right up close to it, and the scene there changes from this portrait from to the moment of your mortal demise. So this is in the past for you. And what was it again? I don't quite remember.
Oh,
God damn.
for me?
Yeah, for you.
Oh gosh.
And here is a chance to reinvent yourself.
To dramatize.
Yeah. She probably blew herself up. She's always doing like experiments with magic, so she probably blew herself up.
Right. So yeah, that is what you are seeing. You're cringing a little bit as you recognize the scene. It is like a third person view, and so you're seeing it from some watcher, some outside viewer, and you know the moment that it's going to happen. You're just waiting for it, and blam! It happens. And for you, it was like a moment of a very profound moment that you found in death. But just watching it from the outside, it was very like there was nothing to it. You just blew up, and like you were the whole top of your body came off and just flopped down beside you, and your legs were standing there just for a fraction of a second, and then one of your knees buckled and you fell over.
Ooh.
Oh man, that's embarrassing. Guys, don't look at that. Look away.
So my question, when Brain looks at it,
Mm-hmm.
does he see that of Avery, or does he see?
He sees his own thing, right?
He can see Avery's death as she's watching it. It is changing for you as well. But when you approach it to look at it, you can see the
changes.
same kind of thing for you, except it's your death, right? So you wander in haplessly to this room with a big dragon in it, and they're saying, nope, there's no dragon in there. And you wander in like, okay, guys, I got this.
Blah, blah, blah.
And then
There you go.
and then just the portrait just fills with fire, and you're standing there, a little cinder version of yourself, and then just fall down to the ground, a little pile of soot.
Pile of ash.
Yeah.
Oh, Avery, yours look terrible, but oh, that was me.
Oh. So
Yeah.
so we can all go to this thing and look at it, and it'll show us how we died, and everybody can see.
And as
That's
everybody walks up to it, if everybody walks up to it, you'd certainly
What's K's look like?
you certainly can see that.
Luna does not walk up to it.
It's an embarrassing
No.
cliff, falling off a cliff.
Oh yeah, that cliff was pretty high, wasn't it? You had like
Yeah.
you had like yours is a bit of an extended sequence where you're falling, and I wonder
It was like a
what you did while you were falling.
Coyote and Roadrunner moment where he's chasing somebody and then looks down and begins to fall.
Yep.
Kay, when you were falling, did you have to take a breath in the middle while you were screaming because it was so far?
Probably.
Sorry, I don't make me look like.
I remember I had time to think, this is a really fucking stupid way to die.
Yeah.
I hear
And then
you.
I hit the bottom and there was nothing. I guess I was here.
So
So this is a magical mural that just shows you exactly that.
Uma.
All right. So then I think we should all have this initiation ritual. Then we have to show each other our death day.
Yeah, come on down, Spring. Show us
Come
yours.
on down. Okay. So I walk up to the portrait and it starts to change. And there's a bit more of a story behind this, but the last image would certainly be me. We're sort of like it was in this tavern, sort of this like disreputable place, but it was kind of like known for the food that was served in this tavern, and I could only afford the lowliest piece of fowl, but you know, there were these two characters, and there was this like big dirty orcish guy and this little goblin character, and they were meeting at a table, and the big orcish guy ordered this massive delicious looking feast. And at some point him and his partner got into a fight, and the big guy threw his drink in the younger guy's face and walked off. And then after a while, I'm just like, I wonder. There's some real delicacies here. This shouldn't go to waste. So I went over to the table and I started munching on this big guy's food. And what do you know? It was poisoned. And
no!
I fell over and started convulsing, and vomit was pouring out of my mouth. And it was really nasty and disgusting and painful and ignominious that I shouldn't have done that. I was really stupid, but there you go. So,
and there's
Wow.
and you remember those feelings about about how you were dying and everything, but looking at it from the outside, you can now see just how sort of I don't want to say pathetic, but like how embarrassing this death is.
Yep. And I'm thinking, like, man, that orc guy should have gotten it. Like, it was obviously for him. And the little guy probably poisoned his food. And instead of eating it, he just sort of walked off. And, and so now it's my turn.
Well, it was unfortunate you died that way, but we're glad you're here with us, though.
Yeah. I am too. And I go over and I kind of slap the portrait with my paw and hope that it doesn't do anything bad. But I'm just like, wow, this scene is like funny and tragic. So
yeah, as you walk over and slap the portrait, it goes back to the image of the Reaper. Basically, we would know it as the Reaper, except where you slapped it is his skeletal hand is outstretched and they're just willing to accept a high five.
cool.
Woo!
And I heard that Uma does not want to look in the mural.
No, she doesn't want other people to see how she died.
So I will, though. Yeah. So Brain will go. Did you want to look in the portrait to see how?
Uma doesn't need. No.
Oh.
Oh.
She like she was in the corner crying at the end of last session, so she wipes her nose and sniffles and no.
Oh,
Okay, you don't have
poor
to.
Uma.
But we'll be okay because we're all in this together. So if you change your mind, but you don't have to.
Avery will go over to Uma and pat her on the back and say, "You don't have to look at the mural at all, but I think we should get out of this room."
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Yep.
It's hot in here.
Yep.
Uma has been in this corner for a little while. I'd like her to roll a perception check. please.
She's got +2. Oh, okay.
Sweet.
Wonderful. So you notice, sort of almost behind this hanging mural, in this pile of soot. There's a lot of just like piles of soot up against the corner where the floor meets the wall. But you notice like a hard edge sticking out of one of them.
Out of
one of these piles of soot. Like it seems like a rectangular edge.
She, as she's sitting in the corner, she'll just like absently-mindedly, like, poke at it and move the dirt around with her finger and.
Right. Well, you found a chest.
Wow.
Oh, Uma, find this. I think it's.
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
I think it's a box.
How heavy is it?
Wait a second. Whoa.
I pick it up.
Whoa, no. Remember, Uma, don't touch.
She was asked how heavy. She picks it up.
Oh, okay.
It is. Let me see. It's not that heavy. It's not that heavy at all. It's probably not even as large as it is on the map. Actually, I'm just going to reduce the size a little bit.
Not
so
heavy.
Yeah, you guys, any of you could pick it up.
Okay, Uma, put the box down very gently.
I should have probably advised more caution.
Yeah. Everything in here has a trap on it.
Yeah, because
Go with that.
So there's those chest traps that you walk up to them and tentacles come out and grab you or something. And
It could be alive even, because I've heard of these things called mimics.
Yes,
Something like that.
mimics.
And they can eat ya.
Mhm.
And then we'd have to look at this mural again and see someone being eaten by a chest. It would be bad.
Yeah.
Uma kind of like gets up from sitting and like goes on all fours and like sniffs it like a dog or a cat and kind of gives it a little growl. I don't think it's alive.
It does not. It does not growl back at you.
Okay.
It still might be trapped though.
Yeah.
What
I'm
kind
going to ask Uma if she can move back a little bit.
Which way do you want me to go?
Oh, sorry. Go towards spring.
Okay.
What?
There you go. You stay there. Avery?
I've already got my mage hand out.
All
And
right.
I take it and I go and I try to open the chest.
Your like hot pink mage hand extends towards the treasure chest, grabs the top of it, and lifts it up with no problem.
Oh.
And you can see that there are some. You can see that there are some like sparklies inside.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Shiny things.
So I'm gonna, sorry. Can myself and Avery walk over to look inside?
Yes.
Yes, for sure.
Boop. So,
all right, so you're looking inside. You've found a few things. I will post them and also narrate them. You found 90 platinum pieces.
Ooh.
70 silver pieces, 8 large blue quartzes. I did not mean to put the gold piece value there, but I did anyways. So they are worth 25 gold pieces each. I guess Brain has seen a similar kind of quartz. And a potion of greater healing as well.
Ooh.
And also in there is a treasure map of, let me see. I just want to There is a treasure map with a little X. It is clearly marked treasure map, so there's no ambiguation about what it is. But it is for the room to the north, not this room.
Okay.
Well, that's nice of the person to label a treasure map.
Yeah, yeah. It is very clearly and conveniently marked.
Maybe the panda's not so much of a dick.
Maybe not.
Could I suggest that we give the paladin the potion of healing?
Yeah.
That way he might. Sorry, just a second. My voice is not there yet.
Okay.
That way he can distribute the healing. Or should we give it to Uma? Because she's got like lots of hit points.
Yeah.
And she can get around the battlefield quicker to give it to people.
Well, I mean, I was thinking somebody who does not have the power to heal should probably have the potion, I suppose, right?
I should say that a potion of greater healing is twice as effective as a regular potion of healing.
Yeah, no, it's 4d4 plus 4, man. Woo!
It's a very effective potion. Okay.
I was thinking maybe Avery, actually, because we don't want her. She's a little bit. Don't want to say frail because she might hurt me.
Yeah, she might burn you.
Squishy?
Delicate, squishy. That's the one I was thinking of.
Mm-hmm.
But I was going to say delicate.
Oh. I believe there's some kind of appropriate Victorian adjective for this, but delicate will do.
Her constitution is low. So I vote for Avery having the greater potion.
I think that sounds good to me.
Okie dokie.
Money and stuff. I was thinking Uma could carry it all.
If she's okay with that.
Uma carry what?
Uma's already carrying a big barrel full of oil.
Yes, she is.
Yep.
So what? Wait. Oh, just a chest of gems, or
the gems actually come in a little dice bag. They come in a Crown Royal bag.
okay.
Yeah.
And they're very
Cool.
they're very small,
Yeah.
right? They're small sparklies.
Bag of gems.
Yeah.
Okay. The platinum and silver and all that.
If my understanding is correct, platinum pieces are worth like
Okay.
90 gold pieces each, right?
No.
I'm kidding.
No. Platinum pieces are worth 10 gold pieces.
Yeah. So we now have 900 gold pieces, technically. Ooh. Could I try something?
What?
I just wanted to try something.
Okay.
Could I have a platinum piece?
I see what you have in mind. Okay.
So I'm gonna take a platinum and I'm gonna run over to the little thing.
Yeah, hopefully the counter doesn't reset after however many minutes.
Yeah, for sure.
Does the counter still have 2,999 on it?
It certainly does, yes.
I'm gonna drop the platinum piece into the cup.
Right, and you're looking at it expectantly, and it's certainly the platinum piece kind of melts and disappears at the same time, because now you're kind of looking into the cup, right? Yeah. And the total drops by 10. So it is 2,989 gold.
Oh wow!
Are left on this thing.
So this seems to be a coin collector thing. You know, you drop a bunch of coins into it, and then it tells you how many you have.
Yep.
So it might not be. It might require 3,000 gold pieces, but it might know that certain numbers of pieces of. Oh, this is really tiring me out.
It's smart. It's smart enough to understand the concept of change. Okay.
That's what I was trying to say. Way too many words.
All right. So do we want to keep dropping money into it, or do we want to wait till we've got the full amount and just put it all in then?
I was thinking that we go searching around.
Yeah.
We don't know if it resets. If we leave the room, will it reset?
Yeah. Hopefully
Yeah.
not. Hopefully it's just like a jukebox, and you just keep adding more to it.
Yeah. But I'm a little worried that we might reset because again.
Okay, so let's leave it alone for now.
If you ever have to think about something, I always think Panda is a dick. Just saying. Worst case scenario, he's thought of it.
All right. Yeah. Let's leave it
Excuse me.
that.
Sorry, Ribbon, but you know.
Yeah, no, for sure. For sure. Your experience with the panda is him being a total dick to you. So.
Oh yeah.
And you're not happy to be here, I imagine. You'd rather be on your your paradise beach or whatever goblins have.
Yeah. Had a nice little house in a cave in the woods. Had some. I wasn't low on the totem pole in the in the Union of Goblins. I was fairly high up.
Yeah.
So you found this this treasure map. It leads to the north there, but there are these other ways to go as well.
Could I make a suggestion for everyone?
They found us.
So just to make sure that I remember, did we see something lumbering in behind the court?
Yeah.
Behind the portcullis, the entrance to the west.
Maybe we should go take a peek at that just to make sure that it might not be able to come after us if we go somewhere else.
Well, yeah, sure. I mean, I'm up for a fight as much as anybody.
Or maybe it's friendly. Uma?
Yeah, right. Here?
Could it be friendly, Uma? Do you think?
I don't know. I'm not going to bother doing my detect evil sense, but yeah, let's find out.
Because Uma was quite upset the last time, and I don't want her to be upset.
This place makes no sense.
It's a very strange place.
Uma never killed anything except to eat. Now everything wants to die and get killed. I don't like it here.
I get it.
Uma's not necessarily violent by nature.
Yep.
Yeah. I understand. But
James and Brain feel bad for Uma.
Yeah. I know. Me too. I'm like, oh, what have I done to Uma?
You don't want to turn Uma bad.
no.
All right, so you want to check out whatever it is over in the other room, right?
Yeah, I think we should do that.
All right, who's approaching the portcullis?
I think we're just going to end up beating something to death. But,
because you've mainly been hanging out on the east side of the room. The portcullis is on the west side of the room.
Yeah.
Could I make a suggestion? Ask a favor. If you guys could sort of be over here chatting away and stuff, and I'll try to sneak up and see if I can get a peek.
Okay.
All
right. Well, roll your stealth as you approach.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go I'll show you here. I'm going to do as far weirdly wild around the edge like this to come up to this corner. I'm going to go like that.
Yeah.
Right? And then I'm going to
sure.
So I'll roll myself. So here's a cool thing, though. This is completely an aside. On my phone, I have the Roll20 app up.
Yeah, okay.
And I've logged into this game, and so I'm going to roll stealth on my phone.
Okay, yeah, let's see how that. Yep, there it
And
goes.
it comes up on the thing. That's
Beautiful,
so cool.
nice. That's
Yeah,
wicked.
I need to do that. I need to get on that.
As you start to stealth away, Uma looks at Avery and her mouth hangs open and then looks back at Brandon and goes, "What are we supposed to chat about?"
So that stealth roll was with disadvantage. But you make it. This thing has not rushed the door and started smashing against the portcullis or oozing or phasing through it or doing anything like that.
I do look at Uma. I don't say anything. I just put my finger up against my mouth and go, like the one finger straight up, like shh, right? But I don't say shh.
Right.
She looks at Avery and goes, "That means don't talk."
Yeah.
So if you moved here, can you see what is on the other side?
Yes. Give me a sec.
Yeah.
I can see. I can't see anything at the moment. If I move up to here, I might be able to. No, I can't.
Move one down.
Down. Okay.
Yeah. Can you see anything now?
Nope. Still not.
Okay, I'm gonna move you because this place is lit, right? So you would be able from there to see. So I'm gonna move you. You're not moving. I'm just moving you for a visual
sight
contact.
purposes. Yep. That's cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you see this?
I'm like way too close, man.
Yeah, that's right. All right,
Yeah,
so now you're back.
Yeah, now I see. Okay, cool.
And you've seen these things before.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. It's not moving. Is it wandering around?
It is wandering around. It's kind of like kicking at little soot piles, and when a flare of fire goes by, it kind of chases it a little bit and then stops.
Oh, he's like a puppy.
Yeah.
He's a little bored, I think, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. And it is a zombie.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So I will sneak back over and around.
Okay.
And I will walk up next to Uma and take her hand. Uma, when I'm sneaking up on things, don't yell at me.
Oh. Okay.
It sort of takes the sneaking part away. But it's good. We're all good. In the room, zombie ogre.
Another one of those big monsters.
Yeah, and you did notice that this one had a lot more soot on it than obviously it has soot on it. It's been here for a while, but it also had these like little glowing veins of red going up from its feet, mainly. They're like all growing out of its feet like roots or branches, I guess, and reaching up to about its chest, where the sort of branches, and I'm using air quotes, of these veins sort of dissipate. Right, so they come up and they're quite dense at the bottom, and they as they come up to its chest, they sort of thin out.
So Braden will say, "I think it's been here for a while, so it might have some sort of like Avery, some fire resistancy stuff."
Was it on fire?
No, but it was chasing fire around. It was like sort of flaming up. And it doesn't seem to be hurt by the heat and big giant red veins and stuff. So it might be sort of made for this hot place.
What should we do? Should we try to kill it or should we keep going?
It seems to. That's a very good question.
Well, we don't know what else is in the room, and we don't know if we need anything else to prepare for when we go look for this presumably at some point we're going to follow this treasure map.
Yeah.
So maybe we should explore a little bit first before we do that. So maybe going into that room is not a bad idea.
What do you think, Kay?
Have we lost you, Eric?
He said be right back in the chat.
Oh, yes, that's right. There it is. Okay.
Come on, Kay. Speak up now.
Oh no.
Don't
He's
hold back.
standing there comatose. Ah!
He looks a little exhausted, really.
Yeah.
Don't start spewing vegetables.
Oh, good Lord. I just want to, if we haven't quite come to a decision yet, but I feel like we're mostly there. But I wanted to stop and just do a little thing. I have a surprise giveaway. If you for a Steam code of a game called Alpha Protocol, and so if anybody would like in the chat, please, not my players, or anyone associated with Nerdbotchery in a sort of professional sense, but anyone else in the chat, any viewers, if you would like to be part of this, please just say so in the chat, and then in about 15 minutes I will gather up those things, those responses, and draw for who gets Alpha Protocol.
That's really cool, Raven.
Yeah, no problem. So looks like Eric's still away. I don't know if you want to make this decision without him or not.
Well,
I mean, he's probably gonna say we should kill everything in this dungeon, right?
Yeah.
One way or the other.
Maybe we should check out. We should probably, because we came through this door, right? We know what's back here. Mm-hmm. Maybe we should check these two southern doors, because we know what's to the north is our treasure area.
Yes.
So maybe we should check the other two southern doors, and then from there go north.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Just in case
with that.
Just in case we don't want to miss something that we might need to go north, right?
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
And I just wanted to remind you that this door that you came through was made of bone, right? So there was there's a it's very ornately put together. This portcullis that you walked up to is also made out of bone. The west side southern door, though, on the southern wall, the door on the very west is also made out of bone, but this door in the middle here is made out of iron.
Oh, okay.
The middle door on the south wall.
All right. Maybe we should go check the iron door first.
Yeah.
I can hear Springway in the background. It's good. It's good. I'll be over here.
Oh yeah, I haven't moved him in a while.
Could Avery and I go?
Yeah, that sounds good. Let's check out the iron door.
Could Avery and I go and make an investigation check?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I will help her in her investigation.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
6 and 8. Okay. So you come up to the door. You're looking it over. I mean, it's quite hot. This door, because it's made out of iron and it's in this environment. There's like flame kind of licking in and out from underneath. Not any more than any other place, but it does get quite hot when it does that. You can see a little bit of glow from that. There's no lock on it. It is a 10. No, it's a little higher than 10 feet. It is. I'm gonna say it's a 13-foot high door. And it's like a double door. Like it's got two iron handles on it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So, you looked a little exhausted there for a moment. We decided that we check out all the southern doors and then go up to the northern door.
Sounds good.
You also heard about there's an ogre zombie in the other.
Yeah, well, let's leave him where he is for now.
All right. I think we should all take a step back from the door.
Okay.
Mage hand.
Once Spring gets away, I'll take out my mage hand and I'll try to pull on one of the iron handles.
Okay.
Uma takes a step back and trips over Spring.
Bonk.
Okay.
So you reach out with your mage hand, grip this door with it, and pull on it. And as you do that, you can see a little flare up just in the center of the door as a rune that you somehow missed is broken, and there are a couple of magic missiles that fly out towards you, Avery. 2 of them for 6 force damage.
Oh.
Bonk. And
Shield.
You do have shield. Yep.
You.
And magic missile. It is actually a magic missile.
You take no damage from magic missile.
Take no damage from magic missile. Very nice. Okay, perfect. So that is excellent. I was thinking that shield only did the +5 bonus to AC, but then reading it, I was like, why is it mentioning magic missile specifically? So that I was reading. Yeah. All right, so you take no damage. Cool. You would have taken a fairly significant hit. But it's there's a bonk and a glow as your shield just absorbs these missiles.
So, wait. Why don't you take it damage from magic missiles? Because
I cast a spell called Shield, and it goes up, and then the magic missiles, even though they just hit every time, this shield negates their damage.
So when did you cast that spell?
It was a reaction.
So you can cast that as a reaction to something hitting you.
Okay. I see. All right, cool.
All right.
She saw the magic missiles coming. She goes, shield.
Exactly. And
gotta have good reaction time. Yeah.
You get this thing. You are absolutely certain that this seal is broken now, and it is unlikely to work unless it is sealed again, right? And the rune is still broken. One of the doors is just open a little bit.
Okay.
That was a lucky one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What, you want me to touch the iron hot door?
Well,
I forgot my oven mitts.
Oh, okay. All right. Uma?
I mean, we need something.
Oh, actually, Avery?
I'll do it.
And who else has the ring? Somebody else has the ring.
I have a big piece of rug, but it's still wrapped around some poisonous arrows that I never got to use. But I did use one actually.
But I believe, Spring, you have a ring on your finger.
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so that means
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I can touch the hot thing.
Yeah, that's right. So you come up and help Avery swing this door open?
Yeah.
All right, so you approach the door. You've got this. You both have protection from fire damage. So you reach out and grab the handles, and it's quite hot. Like when you see the flame go under the door, it like glows orange for a second, and you know that like that door is just absorbing all of that heat. So you grab the handle and pull it, like yank on it, so that it starts opening, so you can let go of it. And you would have taken like 1 hit point of damage, but you both have resistance, so neither of you take any.
Cool.
And I will open that door for you. What you see in front of you is a small closet. There appears to be a small dustpan in there, and a broom that is made out of an iron rod and iron filaments.
So this is the
melee
broom
weapon.
closet.
That could be
Who
useful.
puts magic missile traps on a broom closet?
I mean, iron ore is one of those manufacturing.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
yeah.
right.
That's a
One of
great
those crafting
question.
item.
Yep. And
Who traps a gem in the closet? There must be something in here.
And
Or there was something in
you know
there.
what, the iron, you could use that as regular iron instead of iron ore, because it is fully
It's already a piece of iron.
It's not ore anymore.
Okay.
Ooh, so he skipped a step.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they
So-
just forgot to turn the magic missile off. Is there a switch in there or something?
No wonder.
Magic missile trap off.
So
Missile? No.
I'm thinking there's a couple of light switches on the wall. One says magic missile,
Yeah.
light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if someone wants to pocket these 2 items, I'll give them 3 iron.
Okay.
I'm thinking Avery did the dangerous part. Avery gets it.
But I'm not making any weapons, so one of you guys should take it.
So Spring.
All right.
dangerous part?
I've still got a crossbow in my imagination. So
Right, yeah. So you should take them.
all right, I'll take the 3 iron then.
All right, so I'm going to.
You gonna
add
use
that
a 3 iron? I think this shot requires a 4 iron, really.
Is there anything else in here?
There is like nothing else
Bring the caddy.
other than soot.
There's a caddy in there. That'd be awesome.
Jesus, sorry. It
A
really
burnt
is.
caddy against the wall. Just a
I take the
skeleton.
broom.
Okay.
Sorry.
And I it's 9:00 now. I wonder if we wanted to take a break.
Yeah. Okay.
And
quick 5.
refresh our drinks and whatever. Yeah, we'll take like 10 minutes, and then we'll come back and we'll sort of hang out. Some more.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay, 10 minutes.
Yeah, 10 minutes. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I remember what I was doing. Nothing for you to worry about, though. Nothing for any of you to worry about.
Yeah, that doesn't sound ominous at all.
Also, I took the broom from that room.
Yeah. Okay. So you've got the broom and the dustpan, I assume.
Yeah.
For a total of
And I'm
3
back.
iron.
Okay. I'll give
I
Spring the
took the-
dustpan.
Yeah, I took the broom because of the iron, right? Or something? Because of the iron filings.
Well, one of you, not both of you.
Oh,
Right.
okay. Sorry, I thought he took something else. Yeah, then I don't grab the broom.
All right.
I didn't realize the broom was made of iron.
You're
Just
not
an
gonna drop your
observation. Yeah,
dustpan,
like
are you?
who makes an iron broom? That would be so heavy to use.
Yeah, this is like one of those special like non-domestic brooms, I guess.
I guess.
Yeah. I don't know. You said there were iron filings. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's the iron filings that are attached to the broom. The handle is also made out of iron, so the broom itself is worth two iron, and the dustpan is worth 1.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. We're gonna have to return to that
This
whole
is
crafting.
this is
business
going to be
eventually.
like we're going to end up with a whole like backpack full of random metal crap. Like a trip to the scrapyard.
I just marked it down as iron, though. I did not mark it down as
I'm thinking of like Fallout 4, where you find like all kinds of everything from ashtrays to fans to dustpans and brooms. Yeah, like you find all this random junk in the world that you can bring to your base and turn into useful crafting material. But
I would like to investigate this other door.
Okay. Coming up
to help.
Yeah. I'm sure Brain will lend a hand.
So, yep, I'm right behind you. Little Eve, right behind you.
So this is a bone door. Let me just get its description. There it is. It is certainly a bone door. It's got no lock on it. You've got what, a 19 there. There's no lock on it. You can see that it's hanging in a slightly odd way. Like if you've got to like step side to side to figure this out, but you're like, it's not hanging quite straight. It's just not. It doesn't look trapped or anything. There doesn't seem. Now you're very aware that there might be a rune on it or something, and you're looking for that kind of thing, and you're not seeing anything. There's no tripwire. There's no. You looked on the handle. There's no little needles there or anything. So.
Did you want to give
so
your
you're pretty
mage
confident that there's no traps here or anything.
Yeah, I'll still step back and try to open it with my mage hand.
Yeah.
Okay, so you stepped back and you extend your mage hand out towards it. Grab the there's usually a skull on these doors. So this one is the skull. It has a long beak on it, so you can grab it by that, or you can like find some little handholds to grab it with, and you try and pull it open. But it doesn't come. Like it rattles a little bit. Like you can't apply too much force with your mage hand, but it rattles a little bit. It doesn't come. It doesn't open.
I think I'll need more force.
Uma. The door I think is stuck.
Oh.
Would you like to try to open it?
Okay.
Yeah, see if that works.
She will try to open the door.
Okay. Walking up to it and yanking on it, just like to open a door, does nothing. But you can tell that this door is definitely stuck. Coming up close to it, you can see that is definitely on an angle, and is kind of wedged in its frame.
Does the door open inward or outward?
From where you are, it would open. I always forget whether doors should open into rooms or out from rooms.
Well, I'm just wondering for the purpose of like trying to smash it, as has been done to one or two other doors.
Right.
Could I? The rule of thumb is if you're trying to protect something inside, then it opens out. Because it's much harder.
That's right.
It's much harder to.
This has come up like at least 3 times.
I know, and I always forget exactly what my ruling was.
You're not trying to protect something that opens in.
This will open out from where you're standing.
Okay.
Okay.
I will come up behind if Uma steps up to the door. I will help her pull on the door because I have athletics as a proficiency, and I will help her.
I will just swing at it with my great axe.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will step back. When I see her pull out the great axe, I go, "Oh, okay. I think she's got this."
All right, your great axe. Let's get a. You definitely hit it, but I want to know if you crit or not. So just roll at it.
Okay.
Okay, so you've hit it, and then your damage.
She's not raging right now.
No. So
I mean, you could rage against the door, but you really have to hate it.
So you swing your great axe at the door, and there's a loud noise as your great axe chops into it, and you can see that there's definitely a great amount of damage done to it. But from the west through the portcullis, you hear what sounds like. So,
okay, he's coming.
We found Scooby-Doo. We found Scooby-Doo, apparently.
Yeah, exactly.
Someone's over there. She gets really close to it and say, "Hey, Dory's stuck."
And
at
this point, I would like you, please, to roll initiative. But wait. Hold on. Let me erase everybody. There we go. And then, please, roll initiative.
Wait. What before initiative?
I was just stopping everybody from rolling so that when they rolled initiative, it would go into the turn order tab. Okay. So you can roll your initiative, please.
All right. Let me see. What do I add to this?
I believe
your dex mod.
Thank you. Dex should be pretty good. Yeah, +2. Okay. All right. 5.
5? Okay.
Yeah.
Nice roll, Uma.
Let's see. You've got 5. Wonderful. And just need
the rogue rolls
figure something
4.
Wonderful.
I just did something.
I can't roll any lower than a 4.
Oh, yeah, well, there you go. So I guess we're all in now. 1, 2, 3, 4, plus the Ogre Zombie. So I'm going to make that descend. And we join the fray, as it were. There is a portcullis there. In the way, in between you. But I guess I should have mentioned as you approach, you can see that on the other side of this portcullis there is also a switch. It is up against the wall, out of reach. Unless somebody has, like, for instance, mage hand or a broom or some kind of thing like that. It is a big chunky switch, so it would be hard to do it with the end of something like that. But
is it like it's gonna be like Avery uses her mage hand to not allow it to be switched, and he's going to try to open the switch?
I can climb. I don't know how effective that would be. That's probably just a smooth wall.
Yeah, the portcullis is kind of the holes are too small for you to get through.
Yeah.
So, Uma, it is your turn.
Uma will say, "Open the door. It's stuck."
Is this your entire turn?
Yes.
Okay.
She also says, "Hi, I'm Uma."
Right, of course. Hi, I'm Uma.
I like Uma.
Yeah. So, it moves towards you, towards the portcullis where it heard the noise, and you do actually hear a second voice tell it to stop. And it says this in the common, but with a really heavy orc accent. So, and you know that this thing is not an orc, so it must be somebody else who said.
Yeah.
And so it stops. It doesn't dash. It doesn't do anything else. It doesn't throw a spear or. Let me see if this thing's actually got. Nope, it's got a morning star as its weapon, so it couldn't have done that anyway. So it stops dead in its track and looks over towards over its right shoulder. And it is now Avery's turn.
I think I have to press the button.
Can you reach it?
Yeah, I can reach it. It's over on the other side of the portcullis, right?
Yeah, it's like on the map. It's like here.
Okay. So I'll take my mage hand and I'll move it over there, and I'll try to press the button.
Right. That absolutely works. Your mage hand was already out, so we'll call it like a free action, I guess, because it's basically just an extension of your hand to just flip the switch. Yeah, for sure. And the portcullis starts grinding upwards. And we'll say from this point on you can get through.
Okay. I'll move up to here, and I guess as an action, I'll cast Mage Armor on myself.
Okay. That gives you some extra AC, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Beautiful. And that was your turn. And so it is now Kushi's turn.
So the portcullis is closed. Do I actually see anything?
It's open now. I'm gonna.
It's open now.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let it be open.
Pressed.
Can I see any evil doers on the other side? Yeah,
from where you are, you can't see anyone. Your line of sight is like here.
Yeah.
And no, you can't see.
Okay.
You know somebody's there. There's.
I will ready my spear and move closer here.
Right.
Out of the way, brain. Let's see how far can I go.
No worries.
So you're shooting your spear like that?
Well, no, I'm not going to throw it.
Okay.
I'm just seeing how far I could.
I see.
Yeah, I'm going to move 1, 2, 5, 6.
And you can see now.
There he is. Big, ugly bastard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he's looking over his right shoulder behind him.
Mm-hmm. Well, I can get that far.
Mm-hmm.
Zombie ogre. I can't hit him, but what I can do is ready in action.
Right.
So that I will hit him when he gets close, if he gets close enough to me.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So you've readied your action to hit him with what?
I will attack him with my spear if
Cool.
he if he steps, sort of anywhere in this general vicinity in front of me.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yep. Yeah. For sure. I am going to add an item called Unknown Enemy, and also got an 11, but I'm going to give him 10 just because that places him nicely in the turn order. Unknown Enemy. So there it is. And let's see, hold on. Let me get. You can see this this heavily armored. I don't know if you can actually see that, Kushi, because of the line of sight. But
I'm also a very blind human. I can't see past
yeah, but
here.
this place is all lit up, so I'm just going to move you so that you know exactly where this thing is and what it looks like.
All right.
And then I'll move you back. You see that?
Yeah.
It's right there. I will also what is the key combination to bring it up on the screen? James?
Shift clicking on it?
Shift Z. No, hold on. Like this. Perfect. Okay, so it's this this very strong it's obviously an orc. It's big. It's got these huge pauldrons. It's got you can see that it has a big great axe. It's got a couple of it's got, I guess it would have 3 javelins in a holster on its back.
Dude,
yeah,
you look like a good drinking buddy.
It's a fucking javelin throwing orc. Really?
And so it comes around the corner. Only Kushi can see this because nobody else is quite in the room yet. I guess Avery might be able to see this. So I'm going to move Avery as well. Oh no, you could see it because I put it up. And I'm going to get it all the way up here. Because it moved extraordinarily fast. As soon as it saw you, it became very aggressive and started lunging across the ground. And so that's
Buddy, you need a drink. Chill out.
That's as far as it got.
And I was all set to give him a religious speech, and now there's clearly no time for that because he's being very aggressive, so I don't have time to amp him up.
Yeah,
all right.
That's right.
And
I just want to make sure. Whoop. Okay. So it's going to take one of its javelins. And it's going to throw it at you, Kushi, but with disadvantage.
Hopefully these aren't like force-imbued javelins of some kind. I'm having flashbacks of my other campaign where I'm the javelin thrower now, and I'd be knowing what I'd be doing with these javelins.
So an 8 does not hit you.
Nope.
No, but as it's flying through the air, it does miss you. It hits like just at the floor by your feet. You can see that there are flames just licking off of it. And as it hits the floor, there's this plume of flame, not big enough to hurt you. It's not like an area of effect, but it certainly feels hot by your feet, even though it has missed you. So that is its turn, and it does actually shout out to the ogre zombie. Okay, now.
Angry dude with fire. Angry dude with spears.
Yeah.
And so I guess it's not an unknown enemy anymore. Now, how do I change that?
You can just click on it in the.
Can I though? I'm trying.
Well, you can. I don't know. You could add a turn for
I'll just add
token you want.
Yeah,
and just replace it.
I'll just say like it's a big orc. There we go. Because it's not unknown anymore.
Like if your monster token has a name, you can add a turn for that if you want.
Yeah, for sure. I'm going to do that probably a little.
Okay.
So it
and then his picture will show up in it.
Yeah, exactly. So the big orc is done doing its thing. Spring, it is your turn. You cannot see either of the enemies through the portcullis. You are about 25 feet away from the portcullis, so you can get through it. And you can see Kushi through the portcullis. You can see him just get like missed by this flaming javelin that clatters across the ground. So what would you like to do? You're still in the room previous to this combat.
Okay. Well, I'd like to get in. I mean, I'd like to get in closer for sure.
Right. So just in like on the other side of the portcullis.
Yeah.
All right. I think you do have a speed kind of ability as well.
Right.
I remember correctly.
Yes. Let's see here.
I believe what it is if you haven't moved the previous turn, you get double speed as a free action.
Right.
So speed.
Yeah, the first one you can do without having not moved. That made sense.
Yeah. If you start your turn, you get to move double your speed.
Yeah, if you want to. So you are now. You can see that there is the ogre zombie in front of you. About I'm going to say, that's the wrong tool. It's about 25 feet away from you. And about another 25 feet, and you that's where the orc is. The ogre is a large creature, by the way. It takes up 4 squares, and the orc rather, just takes up 1.
So the ogre is kind of like shielding the orc.
Almost. There is still like if you were going to fire an arrow at the orc, it's not quite shielding it. It hasn't moved between you and it.
All right. So I mean, the ogre is really big and fierce looking and everything, but I feel like the orc is really bad news. So I'm actually going to try to strike Mr. Orc, wily, surprisingly quick javelin thrower with an arrow.
Right. Okay. All right. So roll your 2 hit, your d20, and you've got a longbow, which is nice. So a +4 to that.
Yeah, it should be. I think +4. Okay, it's going up. You're showing what you should be showing.
I should say before you fire that it has plate armor on.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, so it'll be hard to hit.
Yeah, man. This guy. Wow. All right. Okay. 16.
Is that with your bonus?
Yes.
Right. So you miss. Your arrow goes, comes down beside this. Well, I'm gonna say that it does hit, but it just doesn't sink. It doesn't penetrate.
Just kind
it
of
doesn't do any
clangs
damage.
against the armor.
Exactly. He kind of angles his body because these pauldrons are massive. They like kind of protect his ears and everything. Right, so he turns his shoulder, and the arrow hits the pauldron and falls to the ground. So you have moved, you have fired. Is there anything else you wish to do?
Nothing really comes to mind.
Okay. All right.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't think there's any really opportunities. So yeah, I guess that's it.
Yeah, okay, perfect. And it is now Brain's turn.
So Brain, seeing, I can see this ogre here for sure.
Yeah, I'm going to reveal this whole room, just so that it's easy for you guys to see. There we go. That room should be revealed now.
Yeah, but anyway, it's cool.
Oh yeah, because
there's
your
no
vision.
light sources in it, so
Yeah, so let's see. Are there any tokens with light sources that are just attached to it?
You have to, if you make a token, you can make a light token, and
Right.
I mean, the other thing you can do that should still preserve line of sight rules is change the whole page map to daylight.
I'm going to say that all players can see the light of this ogre. And did that change anything?
you definitely can see more of the room.
Right. So then I'll do the same.
I mean, if there's something hiding over here or something, I still couldn't see it.
I'll do that with all of the enemies in here. So.
Line of sight is still preserved though, because you have the line of sight thing on.
Right. Yes. Perfect. So that is done. You should be able to, if you walked into the room, you should be able to see all of the creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. And so yeah, it is your.
So Brain will do his thing. He will take a quick. Very quietly go zoink over here against this wall.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and slam up against it.
Yep.
And do his high thingy.
Yeah, of course.
For his wait a second. Use my phone. High thingy. So that try to get advantage.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Oh, it hasn't popped yet. There we go.
Yeah,
Too many. I'll take the first.
I did it twice. Yeah. So
I'll take the very first one, which was actually your highest roll. 22. You feel very hidden. You are unsure as to whether Avery can see you, who is standing right behind you.
Oh, I've forgotten about something.
She can't. Just FYI.
I just remembered something about my character. I have my ability to be able to disguise myself and stuff. It's like huge. So
right, yeah.
Anyway, I'll think about that later on. So what I'll do is I'll then peek around the corner, and I see him? I do.
Yep.
I will take a shot with my crossbow.
Yeah.
And see if I can tag him. Late crossbow away.
Yeah, man.
11? Not.
No, that is a 9. And who are you firing against, by the way?
This one.
Right. Yes. You do not hit.
Yeah.
With a 9.
And in my head, as I.
With an 11. Yes, because you were hidden. That's right.
Yeah. Oh. So as I doddered past the portcullis, I would have looked in and I would have seen him.
Yep.
and then I would have slammed against the wall, come back out, take a shot.
Yep.
I clearly miss, and then I will scooch back up into that spot.
Right.
Yeah. Bonus action hide. La, la, la. Yep, I'm good. I'm done.
All right, perfect. And it is now Uma's turn again. This is the top of the round. We've got some denizens to kill.
Yes.
Uma, you might have a friend in the other.
Uma.
Uma will come in and 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and she will try to mimic the orc and look at this thing here and go, stop.
Yeah. Good.
All right. You are possibly very similar looking to this other orc. You're half orc, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So this thing is going to make a wisdom check with advantage first, before any kind of persuasion check or anything like that. It's got an extra level of protection against what you're trying to do here. So it's going to wisdom, and I'm gonna make it. Well, hold on. Let me just roll a little thing here. And it's wisdom check with advantage. Wow. Okay, so yeah, no, it fails. It fails. So now make your persuasion check. You are busting through the gates of its mind. Persuasion 10. Okay, let's see. That will also be against its wisdom. So this is not with
persuasive.
This is not with advantage. And I should tell you that ogre zombies are not very wise. So let's see.
No.
So that is an 8.
Hey.
So what it does is it cocks its head at you. I can't believe this worked. It cocks its head at you and stops in its tracks. It was in the middle of like it was getting ready to come and get you. But it did in fact stop. So was there anything else you'd like to do?
She's gonna look at the orc, and in orcish she'll I think it's called orcish, right?
Mm-hmm.
Orc. It's just called orc.
Orc, yeah.
In orc, she'll say, "No fighting."
No fighting. You can see that this orc is very aggressive. And I'm just gonna put a little mark on the ogre there. If you're trying to roll another thing, it's not going to work. It's too heavily burdened on the action economy. Yeah.
She's just being herself.
Okay. So it is now the ogre zombie's turn. And it is it's rooted to the spot. It's a little confused. So it's not going to make any movement or make any attacks, but it will make a save to kind of break this confusion, which is also wisdom, which is unfortunate for this for this ogre zombie.
Unfortunately for this guy.
Yeah.
Very
and
well
it fails.
played, Uma.
It fails. It rolled a 5 and fails. Oh my god! So it's still standing there. It is now Avery's turn.
Okay. So this orc, he still looks pretty mad, right?
He looks super mad. He looks even
he's
madder than he did
aggressive as hell.
before.
I'm gonna try to hit him with a firebolt.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
This orc is a real bastard. Look at him using
Firebolt with
zombie for his benefit. Like
with an 18 that will hit.
I hate him.
Fire 10 damage. That will hit. It doesn't seem to have any kind of resistance or anything. Which is probably unfortunate for him living here. But for combat, it means that he takes the full amount of damage.
All right.
Yep, for sure.
I'll move up a little bit, just to here.
Cool. All right, and that is the end of your turn.
Yep.
And Kushi, you've been ready with your spear this whole time. Yeah, for sure. Go ahead.
Good guy was distracted.
Yeah, the big guy's distracted. Sure.
Let's see here. What can I do? I will. Okay, I got a plan. Move as far as I can here. Can almost reach him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you've got that monk speed, don't you?
Yeah. And I was hoping I could reach him without using a key point, but I'll have to use that.
Yeah, you're
right.
just out of range to be able to run up to him normally.
Yeah. So we'll move to here.
So
normally.
Yeah, I assume you're going around the ogre as well, which probably add about 5 feet to that.
So let's just say I can get to there.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter because I'm going to use a key point.
Yeah.
And step of the wind, which allows me to dash as a bonus action.
Nice.
So we'll then dash up to him and smack him in the face with my spear.
Yes. Ooh, with a 9, a 9 does not.
A 9 is not going to get it done, unfortunately, I don't think.
Nope. And you don't have
I was just like moving so fast. I tried to swing at him and just whoa,
just whipped it. And you don't necessarily have a second attack because that would be a bonus action, right?
Yeah, I'm using my bonus action to move. So
yeah, that's right. Okay, so you've made it up there, and you are you're trying to hit him, and he's just too tough. Like he's got basically a carapace around him. So it's hard to find a weak spot.
No, just a minute.
You got something else?
No. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, perfect. So this big.
Hold on.
Okay.
Oh no, that's also quite a bonus action.
Okay.
So no, I'm done. I'm good.
All right. So this thing sees that you have cleared basically half of this room. This is a massive room. Is angry at Uma. So it's angry at Uma. So it's not going to stop here. It's going to continue moving towards Uma. And it's can get here. And Kushi, you can hit it with your reaction.
Yeah, I will take a reaction attack on him. $23 hits him.
23 does hit, yes. For 4 piercing damage, right?
Not very much damage, but.
And let me just see, just in case it's got like special.
Yes, everybody
stuff.
probably heard that. Zombie riding by on a motorbike.
It's this orc is yelling at the ogre, the ogre zombie, to try and snap it out of it, but it doesn't use its action to do that. It's just not trying to persuade this orc, so it just keeps running towards Uma, because this thing is so aggressive that it can actually move twice its movement as a bonus action, and I can throw that down.
Oh.
Aggressive. As a bonus action, the orc can move up to its speed toward a hostile creature that it can see.
Can you do that, Uma?
Maybe Uma's not here right now.
Sorry, I've been muting because I keep coughing.
Oh yeah, I see. So this thing also has multi-attack, and it will swear under its breath and say, as Kushi hits it, and say, Orag will not stay for your minuscule featherweight attacks. I will go hit the large one. So it says its name. So under multi-attack, you can see that it has this name, Orag. And it takes its great axe out and tries to hit Uma 2 times with it. So the first time is a 12. The second time is a 15.
Oh.
Good, 15 hits me.
So Amy has said a named guy. Oh, what happened? What did I do? And I'm just typing, not a proper name, unfortunately. It is a creature type. Orag is a creature type. So the 15 hits, so let's see what the damage is. 16 slashing damage.
Oh.
And
that's a lot of damage.
That is a lot of damage, and as it swings its axe, you can see actually that there's fire just kind of coming off of the blade. So there will also be a D6 fire damage, so 3 fire damage, so that is 19 damage total, unless you've got some kind of a resistance or something.
No.
Okay. That
ouch.
Is so
Holy
much
shit,
ouch.
I should have regenerated all those hit points.
Yes, Spring, that would have killed you outright. Well, not killed you outright.
Totally.
That would have knocked you unconscious. So now it is Spring's turn.
Yeah. Oh man, these are some.
And it's this
deadly
thing
bastards.
is like Uma is basically right in front of you, and it has run up to Uma. It has cleared half of the room in a mad dash to get to Uma, the person who is like trying to persuade this ogre zombie.
Sorry
Did not
to be,
help his not friend.
Sorry to be evil here. You
Yeah.
said he had multi-attack.
Yes,
Did he hit?
he has.
Oh,
He hit twice with his.
He
his
missed
great
with
axe.
the first attack.
Yeah, that's right.
missed with his first. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's up. He can do multi attacks. That's scary.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So suddenly I'm within range of Mr. Terrible Orc Man.
Yep, you can run up to it and hit him with your hand axe, which might seem a little ineffectual. You've got your claws, which are also
Yeah, the hand axe is not
weak.
ineffectual, you see, because I can cast my Thunderous Strike spell.
Yes, that's perfect.
And that hopefully, if it works this time.
Mhm.
It didn't work so well one time. It was like because of a shitty roll that I made, but we'll not talk about that one. We'll hope for a good roll. So first I do the melee strike, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So
Okay.
you're gonna come up to him, right beside Uma.
Yeah, I'm leaping towards them, Uma, and what did you say he was called? His species?
Orog.
Forog.
Orog.
Okay.
Yeah. OROG.
Oh, no, Orog.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. Okay.
Under mountain orcs, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, with the modifier 17.
17. That unfortunately just misses. This thing has 18 armor class.
Fuck.
So that is unfortunately unfortunate. You don't have to use your spell slot for your divine smite. You can choose not to, so that's fine. But you are now also engaged in melee with this thing now.
Yeah.
So I guess try again next time.
Oh yeah.
All right. I assume that's your turn.
That's my turn.
Okay, so Brain.
I mean, I could run away, but I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, so, and I mean, without using a disengage, it might hit you for like 19 damage.
Yeah.
So Brain, now your turn.
Yes. Would I have heard the horrific sound of Uma being hit by a great axe?
What do you think, Uma? Did you cry out?
I don't know. She probably would have said, "Ow."
So you know how understated Uma is.
Yes. I now know. I realize that means she actually got hurt.
Yeah.
So I will step out and take. Can I? So the question I have for you is: can I see this creature?
Yeah.
I can get a shot at it.
Yeah. The allies aren't providing cover for it.
Okay. Cool.
So don't worry about that.
So I will. Not Uma! And I come up behind and I take a shot.
Yeah, okay.
19?
19 hits.
Oh, hey.
I get sneak attack.
Oh, yeah, sneak attack.
I get sneak
Sweet.
attack, baby. Whoop. So that will take 16 points of damage. Take that back, you.
Nice. Let me just hold on. Let me get my calculator.
And my bolt has fire damage. No, it does not.
All right. So it is it is looking pretty hurt.
So
now.
as my bonus action, I will use aid, which I can do from 30 feet away.
Right.
And I will yell at Uma, Uma, not your friend. Take it, kill it. And that will give her advantage on her next attack.
Yes.
Okay. All right, perfect.
And then I will step back behind the.
So you've got some advantage. I'm kind of looking for.
Oh, it's part of my my rogue ability.
Right.
I can use the aid action as a bonus action.
Right.
And I can use it up to 30 feet away.
Right. Okay.
As opposed to being right next to them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I like that.
So I sort of inspire her to have advantage on our attack if she wishes it. So.
All right, so you've got advantage next attack, and actually it is now your turn, Uma.
Uma she uses her bonus action to rage. And this is the first time she's raging with her new subclass.
Nice.
So you notice as she does, her fingernails grow a little longer, and her like blunted like fangs kind of get more pointy.
Yeah.
And her pupils kind of get elongated like a cat's. And she lifts her great axe over her head and goes, "I said no attack!" Like does like a overhead smash with it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And remember, you've got advantage.
Okay.
Oh yeah, so 22. Well, they both hit, didn't they? So yeah, 22 hits. Oh wow. And so how does this thing die?
I cleave it in twain.
Just like just all the way down.
With Uma.
It's like those cartoons where you see like kind of like the anatomy like cross section
Yep.
of like a head and the brain and everything like going down.
Yep.
And it just kind of like peels away in two sections.
Yeah, for sure. And the do you do anything else?
No, that's her turn.
That's it? Okay. Do you want to move or anything?
I guess she will come up non-aggressively towards the zombie.
Right.
And go, "Hi, I'm Uma."
All right.
Not a friend, Uma. Not a friend.
Yeah.
The ogre zombie is going to make this wisdom check again, but with the hell did you roll before? You rolled like an 11 or something. With advantage.
It was like middle of the road, yeah.
Yeah, it was. I think it was 11. So it's going to try and hit that with advantage. 13. Okay, so it snaps out of it. And is not super happy that you've killed its friend. Unfortunately,
that wasn't your friend. That was a scumbag.
Yeah, he was kind of a scumbag, but also the ogre zombie's kind of dumb too. So I don't know. You would recognize that. But it's going to swing its Morning Star around its head and try and bring it down upon Uma.
Oh, I hate Morning Stars.
With a 21, and I'm sure that hits. So holy shit, 17 bludgeoning damage.
Oh my god.
Okay.
That is like just about max damage, almost.
Yeah, it's halved.
Oh yeah, because you're raging, right? That's right. Okay, so you were not unconscious. You had to. You're what? -9?
No.
I don't think you have -9.
Tried to rage.
Something went wrong. There we go. Okay, so you've a hit that would have hit and like knocked you over unconscious. Were you not raging? Was halved. So you've been sort of saved against that. So it's going to stay there. And it is now.
That's my secret, Cap. I'm always mad.
Yeah. It's now Avery's turn.
All right.
Always be raging. Like, just never not rage. And
Yeah. ABR.
It's always to take off damage.
All right. All right. All I can really do is cast Firebolt. So I'm gonna try to cast Firebolt at the ogre zombie.
Okay. All right. Let's see that roll. This thing has an armor class of 8. Oh.
Nope.
you failed. You rolled a 1. There's no coming back from that. It flies wild. There's you haven't necessarily had to take into account the heat that is coming off the ground, and you shoot your fireball, and it seems to be aimed true, but then there's like a sudden like flare up on the ground that lifts the fireball up and over this ogre's head. So it changes the the trajectory of this thing, and it just goes over its head. So did you want to move or anything?
I'm gonna move just up into this corner.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn.
And it is now Kushi's turn.
And Kushi will run over. Leave my friend alone, you big dumb brute. And try and stab him in the back with the axe.
Yep.
The spear, I should say.
Oh yeah, that hits. For sure. And
10 piercing damage.
Yeah, 10 piercing damage.
And then with a bonus attack, I will use a unarmed strike.
Okay.
Kick him in his big ugly nads.
Bonk, yeah, 17 hits. For 6
more damage.
Yep, 6 bludgeoning damage. Very nice.
Nice. Yes.
All right. And you've only got the 2, right? Unless you want to use key points or something.
Oh yeah, I could use another key point and use for flurry of blows for an extra unarmed strike, but I won't do that now.
Right. Okay. And then
who knows? Another big ogre zombie might run in here.
Yeah, there might be tons and tons hiding in this room somewhere. So it is now Spring's turn. The Orog has fallen down and is in front of you, but the Ogre Zombie is actually about 15 feet away. You can easily get there and smack this thing with your hand axe, or you can make a ranged attack. Or Uma does look pretty hurt as well, so there's these options.
So I'm going to walk over to Uma and heal her, or attempt to heal her, but hang on a sec. What the hell? These aren't even the same spells that I was looking at earlier.
Right.
Yeah, I think I had the Cure Wounds.
Yeah, you certainly have Cure Wounds, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was going to use that and not the Laying On of Hands.
Yeah.
Because I think it's more powerful.
Yeah, it's got 1d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier, and it's got it uses up a spell slot, but it's got that.
Right, but I didn't use up my slot earlier, and I'm not going to bother with that again because I think we can probably take this thing down in the next round. So I'm gonna use the Cure Wounds spell then. So
right, it is touch, so you do have to walk up to her. You can either leave 5 feet between you and the Ogre Zombie, or you can join it in melee.
Or I can what?
You can get right up in its face, or you don't have to. You can leave 5 feet between you and the Ogre Zombie. Or
you could step here.
I'm gonna leave the space between us so that I can do this thing that I need to do right now.
Okay, perfect. All right, so just roll a d8.
Okay.
And
D8 plus
it would be plus your wisdom, right?
Charisma.
Or is it charisma? That's right. It's d8 plus 2.
Because we need more charisma casters.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So that would be then 7.
7. Nice. Uma, you are healed for 7.
Okay.
Okay. So that's something. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. So what is a raging? The raging means that. But did she go into negative hit points?
No, she didn't. She was it meant that she took half damage.
Okay.
So she wasn't knocked unconscious as she would have been if she were not raging.
That's good. All right.
Okay, so you've that's an action, and I believe you don't have many bonus actions right now.
I don't think so.
Yeah, so I guess that's your turn. You can also step away if you want.
Okay, so I do step away.
Yeah.
Yeah, for now, because I'll probably, if there's another round of shooting, I'll probably try to get this thing with an arrow. So yeah.
Okay, perfect. And it is now Brain's turn.
Yep. He will again have heard all the sort of action, so he will again take 2 steps out to here. Yep. He will see that Uma's engaged again and will take a shot at the ogre.
Yeah. Were you did you want to hide before you did that?
Nope.
Okay. All right. So 14 will hit for sure.
Okay. Let's go check something here. So I apologize. My movement would have been to here.
Right. Okay.
The reason why you'll see in a second.
Okay.
I'm sorry to retroact that. It have to be within 30 feet.
Okay. I see. Okay.
Yeah. And light crossbow damage with sneak attack, so 18 points of damage.
Right. Okay. 18 points. Nice.
Yeah.
Sneak attack rules.
Yeah.
So let me just use my calculator. You said it was 18. Yeah. There it is.
18. Yeah. 10 and the sneak.
All right, so this thing is being peppered with blows, and it is not slowing down, but it is certainly spilling some of its rotten meat onto the floor. Did you want to move?
I'm gonna as I move back to my actually move to here. Excuse me. Again, I say, Uma. He is not your friend. Sorry. Uma, he's not your friend.
Yeah.
Hit him again. Don't let him kill you. And I move around the corner.
Perfect.
Giving her aid so she has, again...
Right,
advantage.
of course. Yes, that aid.
Yep. That's why I didn't hide.
Yeah, okay. All right, it is now Uma's turn.
Uma will say, I said no, and she attacks.
Cool, yes, perfect. Awesome. So there it is, Great Axe with a 17. Yes, that hits. And that is 11 damage. And you can see that, like, with your Great Axe, you've definitely carved a huge chunk of its muscle away from its chest, and it seems to be fighting a little slower, and it seems to be getting a little tired as it's keeps getting hit like this. So did you want to move or do anything else, Uma?
No, she will look at him with like the patience of a mother having just like had to spank her child and go, now stop.
Yeah.
It might not work a second time. So the Ogre Zombie...
GM's had enough of these shenanigans.
The Ogre Zombie is, one of these super dumb enemies that doesn't really even get any agency. So I'm going to roll for who it's going to attack. Kushi or Uma. And it turns around and tries to attack Kushi this time. And with its morning star, it's still swinging this thing around over its head, and it's brings it down and sort of swoops by Kushi, and with a 9. That's not good.
That will not hit.
So yeah, you definitely like duck out of the way of this thing. And
watch where you're swinging that thing. You could have killed somebody with that.
it is Avery's turn.
Damn it.
All right. Try that firebolt again.
Okay. A 24 hits. Yes,
That'll
perfect.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oof.
Next to your fire.
That is not so good.
You know, it's okay because, like, you know, she sees the fire veins in him. Maybe this is a cursory sort of.
Yeah.
How's this gonna go?
Yeah, exactly.
Is it gonna hurt him or is it gonna like revitalize him?
Right. So it's swinging this morning star around, of course, and it catches. It doesn't catch it. It gets hit in the chest, or no, I guess in the back because it's attacking Kushi. It's hit in the back with this thing. And the veins kind of get brighter right there, and you can see your fireball kind of like bounces off, like part of it bounces off. It turns into a bunch of sparks, and there's a whole bunch of sparks bounce off of it. Mechanically, it does 1 damage. It would have done half damage. You can tell that it would have done half damage, but I'm not going to make it take 0 damage.
So it didn't heal him. She sees it doesn't heal him, so maybe like another try it'll do a little damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Is that your whole turn, Avery?
That's my whole turn.
Cool. So, Kushi,
All right.
it is now your turn.
Kill that bastard.
I will try.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I will start with another spear attack.
Actually, I feel sorry for undead things, but they should not exist.
22 definitely hits with a 7 piercing damage. Can't believe I can't minus 7.
I mean,
Yeah.
if an undead has a right to exist anywhere, it's definitely in hell.
True.
And
But
then I will
From a moral standpoint, they should not exist.
Right.
use
Yeah.
a bonus attack and another unarmed strike.
Cool. Yeah, and that's a crit.
Crit!
Bonk. 20. Natural 20. Nice.
Kick him right between the eyes for 10 damage.
10 damage. Sweet.
Yeah.
So this thing is looking more and more hurt. You've kicked it, and you heard something inside of it crack. as you
Die
did that.
already, you smelly beast.
And
Yeah, I
that
don't
your
have
whole
anything
turn?
else I can do with them.
okay. So it is now.
Hold on. There is.
hold on.
Well, I could do. No, I didn't do flurry blows. So no, that's fine. I'm done.
Okay. It is now Spring's turn.
Okay. So, I say that I am offering mercy to this poor ogre,
Yeah.
and I'm ready
him,
to
heal him. Heal him.
It doesn't do anything to undead.
Yeah. So, I am going to launch an arrow straight for the neck region of this ogre
Right.
and try to take him down.
Okay.
We'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. 17.
17. That'll hit.
Okay. So we're looking at damage of what is it? No, hang on.
The longbow does a D8 plus 2 piercing damage.
D8 plus 2. Okay, yeah. All right. Okay. So 6.
6 damage, right? Okay, so it has not brought him down as you were hoping.
No.
But it does stick into this thing, and it starts. You can see its jaw is slackening, and as it's swinging this morning star around, and it's getting a little wilder in its movements, and it's kind of staggering back and forth. But it is not down yet. So you can stay where you are. It doesn't. You're not necessarily in melee with it. So.
All right. I won't. I'll stay where I am.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
It is now Brain's turn.
Excellent. So again, he knows exactly what's going on because he's heraldless.
Mm-hmm.
Take this, you big brute! And he will fire.
Yeah, and a 14 hits.
With sneak.
With sneak attack, yep.
So that is 13 points of piercing.
Yep. And this thing is very hurt now. This thing is you can see like some almost panic in its eyes as it starts swinging this thing. It's almost doing like a tornado attack now as it's spinning around wildly trying to hit anyone it can. Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Brain?
So yep. Give me a sec here. Sorry. From there, and he will yell again at Uma. Uma, do this. I know it hurts you, but you need to kill this horrible thing. And
AIDS. You've got your aid now. You've got your aid on, Uma, and it is now your turn, Uma.
Uma says, "You listen bad," and she swings at it.
Yep. Well, a natural 1 is an automatic. Oh no, because you got a 22. Because you've got the advantage. Yes, perfect. Okay, so once again, you have killed the creature.
Aha! Yeah.
So it might be hard to hit this thing in 2, though. So how does this thing die?
This time, he's swinging his club around, so she aims for his neck, but hacks off his arm, and then kind of the great axe kind of lodges into the side of the neck.
Yeah.
And his head just goes limp to the side.
Yeah. Bonk. Oh man. That was a good combat. That was there are no more parties to fight. And I would like to take about 5 minutes away just from the keyboard because my eyes are starting to bug out of my head. Just from looking at this light source, and we'll come back. We'll settle up with the light shards and the experience points and anything that you find in this room or whatever. Okay, so,
that was good combat. That was a really good one. 100 feet. Woo.
Yeah.
All right, I'm back anyways.
Hey man.
And I realized that this thing should have gotten some undead fortitude or whatever, but I just wanted to walk away from the computer for a while, so I was like,
that's cool.
Forget it. This thing took enough hits to get down.
Well, because we're not playing, just give it an undead fortitude. Constitution savings. Go ahead.
Oh, for sure, yeah, I'll do that. Constitution, let's see if it would have done it, and I'm gonna say an 8 would not have made it, so it doesn't matter.
It wouldn't have. Because
it's 8.
I believe it's
plus 5 plus something. 5 plus the damage it took. Yeah.
5 plus the damage. So
so
it
that
would have been So 14 would have been.
Yeah. Right. So, here, let me get some light shards for you. We had, what's two of these creatures. They were both fairly hefty kind of creatures, so that will be... no, wait, hold on.
Math.
And plus these. You found 28 light shards popped out of these things.
Okay.
So that's cool. We've got
5 people. 5 plus an extra one, I believe, right? 5.
5.
Oh no, sorry, yeah, 5.
Yeah,
5 plus 3. So
yeah. So
I think
there's
Uma
a
should
3
get.
remainder.
I think Uma should get.
Uma should get an extra one.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
Yeah.
Did she kill both of the big bad guys? Not
Yeah.
that we're keeping count.
Not only did she deliver the killing blow like twice,
Yeah.
but she also took the most damage.
And also, she took her first 2 turns by doing no damage whatsoever. So
Yeah.
right, like,
But
she's
she
like,
did she did manage to stop that ogre zombie in its tracks.
Yeah.
So
No,
that
yeah.
you could focus on the Orog.
Yeah. No, it was that her second turn was like pivotal. Like that ogre not attacking Kushi on that first turn, that was a big deal. So
It's always good to try to make friends.
what now? Enemies. Everyone's an enemy.
Oh
That was
man, I need to give these creatures extra because I'm giving them extra like qualities. They're like fire creatures, right? So I'm giving them extra experience point.
I want to say that so everyone gets 5. I would like to give Uma 2 extra shards, and then there's 1 extra after.
Cool. Yeah.
Who would like the other shard?
Nobody. Wow.
Nobody wants it.
Avery.
Bury it. Just throw it on the ground.
No, I'm good. You take it.
I'm not taking it.
I'm like just kind of sitting there,
The cursed shard.
tails wagging, like sort of slowly going back and forth. And I'm going, I'm bored of these shards now. I don't care.
Kay looks a little
How many
tired.
shards did we get from it?
5 plus you get the extra one.
So you got 6.
So you get 6. Uma gets 7. And everyone else gets 5.
So these 2 things netted you 1100 XP divided by 5 is 220 XP each.
Whoa!
Pretty
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
They
Awesome.
were both high challenge rating.
200 each?
220 each, yeah.
Oh. Okay. Oh, I'm getting close to 4th level.
Nice.
Aha.
I am less
I
than
suppose I might be getting close to 3rd level.
I am less than 300 away.
So, 3rd level starts at what is it? Like 800?
900.
900. Yeah, so
Right?
so
Is it-
spring has certainly popped through to the 3rd level, and on a rest, you will be able to level up your character.
Okay. The next long rest?
Either one is fine.
Okay,
Alright.
I did it on a short.
short rest. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, we've done it on a short rest before, so we'll
I
keep
believe
it that way.
you Raven, you had said that you were last time you said, okay, short rest is cool.
Yeah, that's right.
Just because this level particularly is a bit more difficult than...
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, true.
And with
I mean,
your
I have fire
disadvantage on
resistant now,
ability
that's
checks
sure
and
to
stuff, so that's it's for sure. A short rest is fine.
I'm wearing the chill class ring.
That's right.
This level doesn't hurt me as much as it might otherwise, but
just to
yeah.
Sorry, level 3 is 900. Level 4 is 27, and then 5th is 6,100.
okay.
Right. Cool.
Yeah, I haven't tallied
There's a
my
doubly
total
thing, right? It's times 3. That's what it is. So whatever level you're at, multiplied by 3 for your next level.
It doesn't work perfectly though.
Okay.
No, it does. It gets weirder later on, but first 3 are like that for sure. First 4, sorry.
And also somebody roll 2d6 for me.
Okay.
That is 3. You find 3 iron ore in amongst the soot in this room.
Another 3.
Nice.
Another 3 iron.
Yes, another 3 iron.
Cool.
Okay. There's no other clubs here. Come on.
There's no other clubs here.
Sorry.
Everything is just about 85 feet away. So. Oh no,
Yeah.
this room is actually 105 feet wide.
Pitching wedge would be nice, but no, okay. 3 iron it is.
85 feet wide and 105 feet long. It's got one door. No, that's a portcullis. It's got one portcullis to the south, and also an archway to the south. They're both on the south wall, each on either end of the south wall. There's also the portcullis that you came in to the east. There is a door on the southern side of the east wall as well. And let me look at to see what that door actually is. It is a... There it is. It is a stone door.
So which one? Sorry, I apologize.
That is the...
Ping it?
Yeah, it's this one here.
Ping this one? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, exactly. On there.
All right. So I say we check out the stone door before we finish up. Maybe see what we see behind there. See if we can find a good place to rest.
Sorry. I don't think you're wrong, but maybe we should go back to the original door that we had, the bone door? Before this all went to hell in a handbasket. Sorry. Bad joke. We had sort of gotten that bone door open. So maybe we should go check that out first.
All right. Let's do that.
All right, so the portcullis is open now. You can just walk through.
Uma!
Oh.
The winner goes to spoils. You'd kick this bone door's ass.
Yeah, it's got a big cleave mark down the center of it now.
Okay.
And
I will attack the door.
yeah, you don't worry about rolling for it. It'll get knocked down in 1 or 2 attacks or whatever. So you smack it, and it buckles in the middle, and you can sort of kick it down, kick it open. So you do that, and the 2 halves of the door fall away. And let me open this door.
Door open.
Right.
Yeah.
And you can see in here That's oops. There it is. These walls, there's just a tiny little hallway. It's like a 10-foot square hallway. In here that is just literally covered floor to ceiling in glowing symbols. Now I see like on the floor here there's runes, but it's not necessarily runes. It's just like geometric symbols all over this this tiny little hallway.
I run up to Uma and I grab her hand and go, no. Let's go. Let's come back here. Let's come back here.
Okay.
Avery?
I would like to do an Arcana check on this room.
Okay. For sure. Do your arcanist thing. 14. That'll get you some information. You're looking at this room, and it doesn't. You've read something in a book before. There are something called boon chambers, which if you step into them, they will grant you some kind of boon. There is also inspired by these boon chambers, bane chambers, where when you step into those, you are quote unquote granted a bane, which would be the opposite, some kind of detrimental effect. But you can't tell which one of these this is, and you don't know what the boon or bane is even relating to.
Okay, so I would tell that to the party. Like, I don't know what it's gonna be, but
okay, I go in.
Okay.
Yep.
Boom.
I knew it was gonna be Uma.
I go like, what was that? Oh, she's in there.
Yeah.
So you wander. You go in there purposefully, and stand in the middle of the room, and these geometric symbols start. They come off the wall, and they're glowing, right? So they come off the wall, and they're these ghostly kind of. They're wavering a little bit, and they start spinning around you, and they spin faster and faster and faster, and all of a sudden they stop, and stick to you. Like, they come close to you really, really, really quickly, and all over your skin you've got these like tiny little. They seem like little burn marks, right? Man. And. All of a sudden, you don't feel the heat as much, so you've been granted resistance to fire.
Oh, I feel better now.
Yeah.
Brain, you should get in there.
Do I recognize that it's been good or bad?
Well, Uma recognizes it as good. The problem with this is that the walls are no longer covered in these symbols.
So, knowing that...
One-time use only.
So, James knowing that, Brain would actually go after when she went into the room. I'm going, no! And I'd run right behind her and go, no.
It feels cooler in here.
And for you, Brain,
in this little room.
For you, Brain, it does not feel cooler in here. It is just as sweltering as every other room.
Well, damn it! So much for that.
And Brain will say that
it's cool.
Yeah, and Brain will say, seeing the burn scars in her. Okay, if you think it's cooler, it's cooler.
It's cooler.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine, right? I told you guys it was fine.
It's fine
fine.
for you because you love the fire.
This room's not hot.
We don't. I'm feeling singed right now. There's a weird
Everybody
smell
come
in the air. It's a smell like burning hair.
But you have that ring. You'd be fine.
It'll be fine.
Yeah,
Everyone
probably.
come in. We rest in this little room.
I'm finding it very hot everywhere.
No, this room's cooler.
Oh,
Is Drew's cooler? Okay, let's go to the cooler.
I would explain again to Uma the nature of this room and the enchantment that she got by standing in it, and that maybe the fire doesn't bother her as much anymore.
Oh,
Oh,
maybe.
okay.
because I'm like sweating bullets here.
And this little hallway does also have another door in it. The non-broken. It's a stone door. You recognize that just by simple logic that this door will actually go to the room where you just fought the Ogre Zombie and the Orog.
Yeah.
Right. So and it's I believe it is a. Oh wait, no. I believe it is a stone door. It is. It is a locked stone door.
All right, Uma, use your new fire resistance to kick this door down.
Okay. She kicks the door.
Yeah. Hard.
It is definitely a stone door, so it's going to be a little harder than the bone door to knock over.
Yeah, what I was doing also is giving her aid as my bonus action.
Okay. So roll an athletics check or a weapon attack.
No, she was told to kick it, so she's kicking.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So a 12. It rattles the door. Or rather, because it's stone, it doesn't rattle the door. But you feel a bit of tingling in your foot after kicking it so hard.
If I'm on the other side of the door, do I see if it's locked?
It definitely has a lock on it, which has always meant that the door is locked in this dungeon.
Yeah.
So it's not like a sliding lock that I could undo from the other side.
No, it's not. It has a mechanical lock from both of those sides. It's not like a deadbolt.
I so like what you're trying to do, Lacey. That's so cool.
Whoa.
The door just you just open the door on the other side after that'd be cool.
I love that you're standing on both sides of the door trying to unlock the door.
Yeah.
Pull! No push! No pull!
Kick the door again.
All right, one more time. Hit it with the athletics. Okay. Ooh, you know what? That's close enough. The door's lock breaks, and it swings open. I guess towards you. You hit it so hard that it doesn't swing out towards you, but it breaks the lock and the door. Because it swings towards you, Uma, it just kind of casually swings towards you. That is 23 athletics on a kick is great.
Yeah.
It's actually a DC 25 to break, but that was super close, so I'm fine with it.
+2 with Lacey's help.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
All right. So, sorry, I didn't actually open the door, did I? Okay.
I'm going like, okay.
On the map. Yep, open. There it is. Okay,
well,
perfect. So you've got it open. Wonderful. You guys are completionists just like me.
I wave.
Happy
Avery.
about
Hi.
Hi.
that. All right. So there is on the south wall here, there is a portcullis and an archway. So you guys can definitely look through those two things, and see what you can see on the other side.
We've been in here.
Can I roll a perception check to see if I see a switch of some kind?
Yeah, for sure.
Cool, good idea.
Because Brain has enough intelligence to realize that, maybe there's switches everywhere. Perception is...
Yeah.
11. You don't see any switch anywhere.
Nah.
There doesn't seem to be a switch on this door.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't give up.
Here's the thing, though. Can anyone see in? Raven.
Yeah.
We can't see through the.
You can't? Oh, sorry. I see. Is it because it's not revealed, or is it because there's a door in the way?
I believe there's a.
There's a solid door there. Why is there a solid door there? I usually with portcullises, I just put little like wall. Oh, right. Pegs. But yeah, exactly. Yeah. But okay, sorry about that. I didn't realize there was a door there.
All good.
All right, so you can see through. There's it appears to have a hallway that veers off to the right immediately. So that's what that is.
All right. Avery.
Yep.
Mage hand.
All right. There's a switch on the wall, right?
There's no switch on the wall.
No. I'm just, maybe we should, Kay and Uma, move back. Maybe we should just give the pulse a rattle. You know what I mean?
I move backwards and trip over Brain.
Yeah. Sorry. Sorry. Be careful. I move 11 feet back from the pulse.
Okay. Okay, perfect. So you are trying to use your mage hand to lift the portcullis?
I guess I'll take one of the bars and I'll rattle it.
Right, okay. You reach out with your mage hand and grip the bar and start rattling it. And a really strange thing happens when you do that. The bar is suddenly a snake, and all of the bars are now snakes, and they're all dropping to the ground and coming towards you.
Shit!
And they're actually spitting little spouts of fire out of their mouths.
That's just wrong.
That's wrong. But just before they get to you, they start to disappear, and you're like, this was a trap. This is an illusion trap, and these things are not. We are luckily 11 feet away. So you are just out of range of this trap that was trying to frighten you or something.
Again, every single thing in this place is trapped.
And Avery, your hand is still gripping the solid bar in front of you.
Okay. Uma, I'll help you out here. See if we can get this pulse up.
Okay.
All
right. Is one of you going to roll the athletics? Oh yeah, it goes up. Uma, you are standing up with this thing on your shoulder. You've with Brain's help, you've managed to really get some good lift on this, and you've gotten your shoulder under it, and everyone can go underneath.
Could I add a tiny bit of flavor?
Yeah, sure.
I actually go up with the portcullis because he rolled an natural 20. Like my feet are like dangling off the floor now. Okay, that's cool. That's
She
cool.
holds it up with one hand, grabs you by the back of the shirt, and puts you down.
Thank you.
Yeah.
My great.
I thought you were gonna say
Kushi is
you were
already
thin-
through.
You were thin and small enough to just slip through the bars, and you just realized that now.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh well. He hangs his head. Walks through. Okay.
Huh?
You want to keep an eye on me while I go scoot?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And I turn towards Uma, and I put my finger over my mouth. And this is my way of saying, shh.
I look at Avery and say, "That means don't talk."
Avery just nods.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
Don't talk.
I'm gonna scoot up against the wall here, and I'll roll a stealth check and scoot down.
Cool. Yeah.
That cool?
Yeah, for sure. Roll your stealth check.
There we go. 15.
15. Okay, so you've got a 15. Ahead of you, you can see. Oh, this should all be revealed.
Okay.
I guess it doesn't matter if you're walking down. I'm gonna move you so that you can actually see everything.
I'm just gonna move myself because I'm
all right.
sneaking down the wall.
Okay.
So
Yeah, no problem.
I'm gonna keep going. So right here, I want to get 60 feet away from Kusi. From K. Sorry.
Right.
Just give me a sec. 2 seconds.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, so there's 60 feet. Go. So I'm gonna get to here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And you can't see anything necessarily in this hallway. There's nothing.
Weirdly enough, I can kind of see that it goes around the corner, like right here. There's a little bit of an angle.
Yeah, that's right. You've got some sense about you for navigating passageways and stuff. So you figure this goes out into the back out into the room where you fought the Ogre Zombie and the Orog. Just through the archway that's over here.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go look back at Kusi. Sorry, I just want to say K because I mess his name up every time. And I'm gonna go and I turn and I run all the way around the corner and get on the other side and wave at Avery. Hi, Avery.
Oh.
Pop.
It comes around the other side.
Oh, there he is. I'll wave at him. That's fun.
That's fun.
I guess
So we're definitely exploring this area just as much as we can, all the hallways and the rooms and stuff.
I figured out what the hallway's for. It's the monster spawn room, right?
Yeah, that's right. This is Doom.
It's where
That
the
was
zombie
monster
and the
closet.
ogre were hanging out when the players aren't in the dungeon.
Yeah.
When we leave, it'll just reset, and they'll be back in there.
Yeah,
waiting
exactly.
for the next adventurers.
Brain pop out over there. Uma goes down this hallway and goes down and looks down the hall and then looks down here. You went around.
Yes, I did. Avery,
Yes.
it seems to me, and I'm spitballing here. It's a weird place to have a corridor. Maybe we should go check to see if there's any secret doors and stuff.
Okay.
Because remember that time before we looked through that room, there's that weird secret door like halfway up the wall?
Yeah.
Yeah. This seems a little weird.
I'll take a look.
What I'm trying to do, if it's okay with it,
That's an investigation
Avery,
with an aid.
yeah, is take a take a moment or two to like walk down the hallway and sort of look on either side, look on the doors and the walls, and like I mean, we can take 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes. So
Cool.
if that's
Yeah.
okay with everyone.
Yeah. It's okay with me, anyways.
Yeah. Is it okay with Avery and other people that we take like 10 minutes just to walk down this hall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll it up.
Okay. So.
Advantage.
Yeah, for sure. Since you're oh my god, you're moving so slowly. I was about to say you're moving so slowly that I will give that check with advantage to 2 people.
Oh, okay. So we can all do it?
To 2 people, a check with advantage. Avery rolled one of them, and a second person will roll a second.
And I was helping her, so
Yeah.
whoever rolls.
And who wants to roll with their advantage? Investigation.
It'd be fun if Uma did.
I'll do it, but Uma's really just looking at her feet for secrets.
16.
Yeah, no, you don't find anything through this hallway. I'd like one more person, because there's 5 of you, to roll without advantage. Investigation.
K or Spring?
What do you think? Kushi or Spring? Who's gonna roll? There it
Kay
is.
did it.
I rolled.
Perfect. 17 actually makes it. There is... Get out of here, Avery. What are you... You're in the way. You're standing on...
no.
You're standing on top of this treasure chest.
I trip on it. Oh, shit. What was that?
I mean, I guess when you roll a 1. I can't find it.
Avery,
What?
be careful.
Of what?
There's a chest behind you.
Ah.
Right. So it's right there. It's a nice large red chest. It's got it doesn't have a lock on it. It was just sort of half buried in all of this soot, just like the last one. So what would you guys like to do with this?
Avery,
I'll take my mage hand and try to open it.
mage hand. Sorry.
Cool. Your mage hand comes out and grips the top and opens it up, and you can see that inside there's a big pile of gold pieces. There is a sort of a medium-sized bag that clatters around, and opening that up, you can see that there are chrysoberyl in it, gemstones, worth quite a lot. They're quite large, actually. So there's 800 gold pieces, 14 large chrysoberyls, and
I want to see that they're worth 250 gold pieces each.
they are, yes. I'm just going to, for these treasures, because it's convenient, to say somebody has seen these kinds of gems before and can appraise them, between the 5 of you.
Okay.
And just sitting on top of this big pile of gold is a +1 short sword. +1 to hit and damage, a magical short sword. And you can tell it's magical. You would spend some time with it. I'm shortcutting that to that it is a +1 short sword.
Gushi,
Yeah.
can you do like the short sword thing and spin it around and do really cool stuff with the short sword?
Yeah, I'm just double checking. Possibly. I mean, what does?
I believe you're proficient in
Way of the Kensai.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have proficiency in short sword, so yeah, I could use that.
So technically, it could become your monk weapon.
Yeah. I probably wouldn't use it over my spear, but
Okay. It is a +1/+1.
it is a +1. That is true.
If you tap it. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll take that short sword, I guess, if nobody else wants it.
I don't. Anyone else?
I'm good.
Sorry.
Sounded like Avery said nope. You could just like throw it at someone if it's just trash to you. Just throw it at the next monster you see.
It's a magical weapon.
Yeah, I know.
I appreciate what you're trying to do, Raven.
And we'll see if it catches it. And
We'll give it to the next monster we meet, so it has has some sort of.
yeah, so it has a chance to win.
So it has a chance to survive.
So I think once we sort out this this treasure, it's a little bit after 11. I've got my lab in the morning, so I'm gonna head off and do
it's a good
do
place
some
to stop.
sleeping.
Yep. So should we put all the gems into the Uma bag?
Into the Crown Royal bag?
Yeah.
Sure.
Sure, yeah.
I'm just assuming, Uma, you have the ability to carry twice your weight. You are half orc? Or twice your normal amount?
No, that's not a half orc thing, but
Oh, it's not. Oh, it's, right.
but I can carry them.
And there might be a place to sort of unload all of the weight of these gold pieces somewhere around here.
Well, there's a machine that eats them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
My thought was maybe we should try one of these shards. I can't pronounce that.
Yeah, the
gems we have, and we could maybe drop it into a cup and see what it does.
Yeah, for sure.
But not today.
No, that
2
will
weeks from now.
Yes, that's right. I do want to just drop a little picture of Chrysabarrel. I guess there's the Wikipedia entry is probably good enough. Just into the chat. All right, there. There we go. And it's
Oh, that's pretty.
they're quite these ones are quite large too. Like they're not palm sized or anything, but they might be the size of the tip of your finger.
Yeah, that's cool though.
Yeah.
Is that actually a real gem or is it?
It's a real gem, yeah.
Oh wow, neat.
And I'll cool. So assuming that everybody's got that, somebody's got those written down, then I guess we can disband and meet back up again on Wednesday when we have our Wednesday game.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
That'll be very pleasant.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah, for sure. I'm glad you guys got to come out and play, and we didn't actually get to the room that I wanted to get to. But this was a good session. I like this, and I hope that you all liked it as well.
Very much.
Yeah, it did. Thank you so much.
You got like 2 hoard treasures and everything.
While you were away,
Yep.
we were talking about the fact that we take a long period of time to go through this dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
Because you set it up so well that we have to literally check everything.
Yep, that's right.
so,
And
it's taking what you had planned. I was planning figure that we're not going to get there because
exactly.
We're going to dungeon crawl this thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. And I think we've been averaging about 2 rooms per session. But this one was 1 room in this session. I mean, there was the room, there was the little broom closet, there was the little magical closet, there was this extra little hallway.
So it's 1.2 rooms.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and there was a whole bunch of traps. Oh, you know what? There was what was it? There was 2 traps. So you guys actually get, I forgot about that in the experience points. So 2 traps is going to get you each an extra 40 experience.
Ooh.
So please mark that down. I forgot about experience for traps, and I should not forget.
Well, put out your hand, Raven. Smack. Don't do that again.
I thought you were going to give me inspiration. I was flashing back to our face-to-face games, and I was like, "Hey, where's my inspiration?"
To get inspiration for it. Thank you so much, Raven.
Yeah.
That was an excellent round.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
I'm glad it was fun. All right, so I will talk to you all again soon.
Later.
Later.
Bye
See you.
now.
Bye now.